Alright, we are back with some Persona 5. It has been a freaking hot minute. I have literally no idea what was going on or what I don't remember anything. I just know that we're starting the third harp, so yeah. Obviously I'm at work for 5 o'clock, so I'm going to be here until about 4 p.m, 20 past 4 my time, depending on what's going on in the game. Oh, fun times. Last time I was here, I was having problems with this not loading, so I gave up for a bit. But now it should be working, so yeah. Last time I checked, it was working. It says it takes the energy Inagami line. I think that's the way to kick your JoJo. I'm getting excited.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go indeed. Please, please don't break on me, because I'm gonna be very sad if you do. Very sad if you do.
Now, we're heading to an area that's outside of where your commuter pass works, so make sure you've got the fare.
Okay. So many places to go to is ridiculous. Imagine I didn't have the fare. What would happen? I don't know. Those two. See? I got passed! It's a goddamn miracle. Ooh, so this is Kichi JoJo, huh? You can tell it's nothing like Shibuya, just from the atmosphere alone. Well, yeah, looks like there's a lot of shops here that you can't find in Shibuya. Not that I really know. Yeah, it seems interesting. Oh, it's got your attention now, huh? Anne's not here because she's busy, but I bet it'd be more fun to come here with some more people. And the Dust Lounge is 1 block up from the main street.
All right.
Since we're here, I won't say no to checking out a bunch of the other shops on the way. Casual suit center? I mean, that's a bit of a weird one, but okay. Ooh. Damn, Makoto, why must you stalk us? Hello there, information lady. Hello, we do our best to provide information regarding this area.
Hey!
Why don't we ask them about Kichi JoJo?
Any questions?
What would you like to hear about? About this place? Certainly, please allow me to explain. There are 4 different areas. On the promenade, you can find a fried food shop, a stationery store, a second-hand clothing store, and a temple. The ground beef cutlet is at the fried food shop is delicious, but you have to wait in line. If you take a left at the fried food shop, you will see Retro Street. You can find a selection of chic and sophisticated stores. There's also a jazz club at the end of the alley. Sometimes popular singers will go there, and the liveliness is inevitable. Phew. I explained it all right. Do you have any other questions? Please continue. Of course. Passing Retro Street, you will see Rudu Shosho, which has a variety of fancy stores to visit. There's a well-known healing crystal store selling power stones that provide real results. But on Rudu Shosho, there's a lounge to enjoy darts and billiards. Excitement is inevitable. Last one is Harmony Alley, which is like a drinking district. It's located just past this information desk. It has an old Japanese flavour, perfect for just enjoying the atmosphere. The inspiration is inevitable. Is that too much information for a minor? Well, that's about it for the city. Is there anything else I can help you with? What do you recommend? I know just the thing. Please don't have to explain. You're a minor, correct? If that's the case, go past the drinking district and reach Rudu Shosho, you'll find a darts and billiards lounge. It's a very casual place and people your age can walk in with no problem.
What?
Well, you did come all the way here. If you're a place for adults, there is a jazz club. And I think minors can go in. Sorry for my lack of knowledge. Would you like to know anything else? Anything I should know? Anything you should know? Actually, yes. There's something I heard recently. At the fried food shop in the promenade, people say it's tedious to wait in line. But by night time, it's already sold out. What do we do if we want one? Well, it's on Sundays to make more than usual. So in other words, if you go there on a Sunday night and the story I heard ends there. Anything else you'd like to know? Nothing. Like to know more about Kichi JoJo? Feel free to stop on by.
Whoa.
Phew, that was quite a lot of information. I think we had to broaden our insights about Kichi JoJo. Oh wow, that actually did give me more intelligence. Still yet to rank up though. My Morgana sensor telling me that this store sells a lot of stuff that suits my taste. What the hell are Morgana sensors? Let's take a look. Hello and welcome. We have plenty of items that you can gift to
Take
others.
your time.
Ah. Lower pen case for the gentleman, you say? For the art enthusiast? Oh, elegant fountain pen re-released due to demand for the discerning eye. I'll buy the gifts, why not? Thank you for your purchase. We look forward to your next visit. I didn't think you'd actually buy something. Did your senses tell you to get one? Yeah, absolutely they did.
Hey.
Oh, do bring out the check out the sign in the store. It says, "Bring your sooty clothing here." Sooty clothes. Let's see what they got. Welcome. If you're looking to sell clothes. Wait, what's that? Take a look at that. Don't worry, I won't steal it. You sell sooty armor. You own, depending on what the sooty armor is originally, it may fetch a decent price. Oh, you attend shop points, you can trade for a prize at the shop. Oh, that's good. Fetch out clothing that we got from Shadows. Seems he knows what he's talking about. I've been here for 40 years, but I've never seen clothing that makes my heart chill. Alright, I'll buy it, but only buy it for the price it deserves. Since you have a points earning system here, every piece of clothing you sell here will give you 10 points. If you obtain enough points, you can trade them for a prize, so feel free to let us take that clothing off your hands. Is he going to buy them from us? He's going to give us points for them too? We should definitely come back here. Oh, what can I do for you?
Welcome.
I definitely want to sell. I read that as something else. I want to sell those. This is actually quite nice. I don't feel like I need these anymore, so off they go. I'll keep these for now because they're kind of powerful. Estuang. You sold 21 pieces of clothing. That'll get you 210 points. And now you got 210 points. Anything else? I would like to see the prizes. What's this? That of a swift-footed god. Oh. Possess of used clothes. What you get is a surprise. I will buy it.
Hey!
I always want to know what's inside this stuff. Let's take a look. Damn. Not too bad. Let's try this again sometime. Why don't you just sell the clothes you got? Anything else? I like randomness. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I'll take that. Oh, I like the tune here though. It's nice. Da da da. Oh, ghastly dress. Apparently I can wear that. Morning pillow analysis was good. Pillow analysis was successful. I am pleased. Very pleased. That's what I like to hear. Hope you're doing good as well, Jandrix. Welcome to Persona 5. Where I decided, you know what? Screw it. Gonna play a little bit of it. It's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty nice. Good day. What brings you here? Oh, as far as you're a monk, fret not. I'm merely a fellow human being who eats and breathes just as you do. Temple is open to public during the day. You're most welcome to visit any time. Wake up headache. Oof. Let's come back another time. We've got something else to do now. Absolutely, you need to, you know, take care of your poor head as well. I mean, you look at it up close, it's quite a sight, huh? Oh, having a temple in a shopping district really helps the business. Look after yourself, Jandrix. Look after yourself. Ba, 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 ba. Hello there, Oren. Good morning. Good morning indeed.
Hey, look.
Dude, this Nickerman looks so much tastier than the ones at the convenience stores. It does. Hey, guys, you want to get one? How about it? Hey, welcome. We're selling our hot and fresh Chinese buns here. Go to juicy meat. Oh, 50 HP. That's not bad. I'll take 10 of those. But yes, good morning, or no, it's afternoon for me. Nice cheeky little afternoon stream for me for work. I'm not at work till 5 o'clock, so I might as well have a little bit of a thing. I'm doing a bit of a test this week just to see how things go. Napolitan Nickerman and peppery Nickerman. Man, I wonder what they taste like. I'm gonna eat it one of these days. Last time I played this, I couldn't get to this area. The game kept bugging out. Damn, I just hit my elbow. Why is this place in such a small space? Well, let's head over to the Dance Lounge. There's clearly going to be something to do with this area. Clearly. One day I'll find out. Hello, it completely, totally not dodgy individual. Incense store. Dude, I'm telling you, it seems freaking fishy. You're kind of interested in incenses, right? Why would you even use it? Well, where would you even use it? Well, I mean, maybe if I can summon the maid. Oh, this is the road.
Hey.
Hello there, Makoto. Hey, that shop matches what's on the free tickets. It says penguin sniper, huh? Why do you one of those doofy birds a gun?
For real?
Not meant to be taken, not meant to be taken literally. Yeah, you're coming up with a good name or whatever. Let's check it out. Hi. My, what a coincidence. What a coincidence indeed. What are you reading? That's definitely a manga in some form. Wow, checking out what the treasures they have in here. Those are those amulet-like things, right? They've got some weird power or something. Let's check it out. Welcome, please take a look at what we have.
Welcome.
Ah, so you're an accessory place. Nice. A stone able to transform into various equipment. Lovely. Oh, I have 12 of those. Okay. I don't know where I got 12 of those. I gotta please know just from looking at those prices. Ah, but it looks like they actually have some power in them. We're gonna check it out sometime. Hey, come in handy for the phantom fees. Maybe it will do. Maybe it will do. Sure they only sells glasses. Look at all the different kinds they have. You forget, but your glasses are fake, huh? Think it looks smart if I had glasses on? Absolutely, Ryuji. There's no harm in doing so. There's also... Oh my god, what's that? I see piano. Oh, is this the jazz club? Ah, jazz club, huh? Seems like a place for adults. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming to look in. Dude, you got jazz. That's cool. Hey, it looks like it's only open at night. Yeah, it's like I said, I've decided to try and like start like kind of streaming earlier before I go to work, if I have the opportunity to do so. And this is one of those days. Because why not? More Wobbo streams. Let's go. People going to make it during the afternoon? Fantastic. If they can't, then there's always the evening and vice versa. Oh, here's the place. Oh man, I'm getting kind of nervous. You're such a child. Try not to embarrass the rest of us, would you? You don't gotta tell me that. What's the plan? You wanna head inside? Yeah, let's go. Okay, now quick shout out to Darts and Billies and Kitty Jojo. Please don't bug out on me.
All right, Bull. That's a new high score.
Oh, thank God he's done to do voice acting. I've had a very tiring week so far at work, and it's not ending anytime soon.
The center of the target's called the bullseye. If you land a dart there, it's called the bull.
No, it's called Bullseye.
I know because I looked up the rules online last night. Anyway, this game's called 0-1. You win by getting your score all the way down to 0 points before the other player.
I always find that kind of weird, but whatever.
Oh, so you're not trying to get a high score, but get rid of your score? That's pretty different.
Yeah, that is pretty different. I'm pretty sure that you use those rules in Yakuza, and that's why I never understood the darts, because I always just like trying to get, you know, a good score.
We both start with the same score. Then you lose points based on the number on the board where your dart lands. And you can only win if you get your score down to 0 exactly. You can't even be off by a single point.
Oh, that sucks.
How's that sound? Pretty sick, right?
So you have to be able to calculate your score properly while making sure you hit the right numbers on the board.
No, I don't want to do math. That's why I don't like the lighthouse. I mean, I do like the lighthouse, but I don't like that boss.
This game seems like it takes a lot of concentration.
Oh, thank God it does it for me.
1 point. Come on. You have to straighten your arm out more and... Hey, Ryuji, what's up?
I was just reading this flyer. It says, darts is a party when you play in pairs. You team up with someone and alternate throwers when it's your turn. You still use the same rules I told you, though. Hey, what do you say we give it a try?
All right, Ryuji, why not? You better not tank us.
Psh, look who's talking. I'm really gonna show off my dart skills now.
Don't you let me down, Ryuji.
Whoa, a bull right off the bat? Man, talk about an exciting opening.
I'm probably never going to use you in my party again.
Underestimate an ex-athlete.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. You are the weakest member of the team.
Hell yeah, triple 20.
Ryuji, that's cheating.
Whoa! He hit such a tiny spot. Quite impressive, especially for you, Ryuji.
See, the cat knows. The cat knows. Oh,
We're almost down to 0 points. Let's really focus for this last round.
he has too much energy for me. He really does. I can't... I don't hate people like him, but, like... Do not forcefully slap my hand, Ryuji. Boundaries. Boundaries.
0 points right on the dot. Oh, ain't we badass?
Yeah, this has been a great date, Ryuji.
That's no easy feat. You really do have something special going on.
Man, this is so fun.
Is this where we kiss? I don't know.
When you're on the line, the pressure's insane, but it makes you want to do your best for your partner.
Baton pass. That's why we're slapping hands. Of course. Oh yeah, this is where we increase baton. Like I understand something better after pairing me up with Ryuji. Damn. Nice. The higher your baton pass rank, the more powerful the effects will be when performing a baton pass. Damn, with Sin Tutorial, we're on the third half. Rank 1, increased damage dealt. Rank 2, increased damage dealt, heal HP after a baton pass. Rank 3, increased damage dealt, heal even more after HP, even more HP after a baton pass, and recover SP after baton pass. You can verify a party member's baton pass rank on the status screen.
Based on the looks on your faces, I'm guessing both of you got something out of this game.
We did. It was just like the friendship that was magic last night in Darktide. That is a really fun game as well. Lots of purging was happening in last night.
Just a game.
Very good.
It can be some kind of training, depending on how you play.
I'd say I recommend if you got friends to play it with, or an audience to play it with, or whatever, just people to play it with, not pugs, then I would recommend it.
Well, I do always have the Phantom Thieves on the brain.
And I always have fluffiness on the brain.
Let's keep practicing together here. Oh! Let's invite everybody next time!
Yes, everybody. 2 other people. Anne and the other guy, I forget his name.
All this just from me asking you to meet me here? This is like, you know, one of those strikes of good luck.
I actually do forget his name. Holy shit.
A stroke of good luck. Why would it be a strike? Who would protest having good luck?
I mean, who would, you know, celebrate a freaking getting a strike in bowling? Come on, Morgana, please.
Ooh, what's that?
A strike. Because bowling. Oh no, that's snooker.
Oh yeah, they have pool here too.
This game could be useful too, depending on how we look at it.
Yeah, it's already pretty late though. We can come back and play it later.
How long were you playing darts for?
And don't forget, we got a couple free tickets to play today, but next time you'll have to pay up.
But it was super fun, right? Oh, I really want to play again sometime. Well, we should head home for the day. Thanks for hanging out.
God damn, it's always money, isn't it? Everything these days. Hey, if I remember correctly, you transfer lines at Shibuya, right? The customer says it's getting pretty dangerous over there. Don't let yourself be a target, got it? Wow, it's really gone out unsafe, huh? Like I said, you still want to check out Kichijojo at night, don't you? Anyway, Wubsy, once comes to us, I've got your back. Besides, there's a delicious smell in that street that bears investigating. Peter's some interesting info you might want to hear. Apparently there's this old man who's been causing problems in Kichijojo. Make one wrong move or say the wrong thing, he flies into a rage and it turns into a fight. If you don't hit him, he lies and says you did, and then sues for damages. So he's like a con artist or like a conflict artist. That's ridiculous. I agree, we can't let this guy go unchecked. Problem is, knowing that he's an old troublemaker isn't enough to get us a name. But I did hear that he hangs out in Kichijojo's Harmony Alley a lot. This old man sure does sound like a problem. If we don't know his name, we can't make him have a change of heart. Okay, sounds like our next stop is Kichijojo. Let's go check out his Harmony Alley. Request received. Let's go.
I should write something.
Nothing else here. What is this? What's there we go. Speech help? Ah. I'd like to request your help with another speech. I'm feeling more courageous with you around. How's your schedule looking today? Yeah, I will decide later. I will hang with him. I just can't right now. Mostly because it's like, hey, let's go here. We have a target we haven't identified, right? Let's go to Harmony Alley and gather some info on the old man.
I should write something.
Let's just save to be sure as well. And also, I once again don't think anyone should feel bad about actually lurking anytime, anywhere. They're like, it's the lifeblood of Twitch. So let's go, baby, let's go.
I can feel it.
Damn, this place be cool. Man, it's like a dead end. It's like a maze here. There it is. There's my beauty. Good to see you, my door. Good to see you. Right, okay, so it's supposed to be around here somewhere. But where and who would it be that I speak to? Zimmy Zims. Just like be down an alleyway or something, and it's like, well, I've been down an alleyway. I didn't bump into anybody. Oh, wait. Hello. Everything's talking about Madarame, but I guess there's no surprise given how well known he is. Oh, you know, real art is just a scabby lying pig acting like a person of culture. Well, art and culture are fine and all, but in the end, we're all human. Mortality aside, money is important. I understand how it can become a person's top priority. Seriously, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Money ain't everything. It's true. I mean, money does help with a lot of things, and money does make the world go round, but yeah. Oh, be strong hot pepper, man. I want some imported protein. I see, but can you also become strong enough by eating your mom's cooking, you know? Oh, I'm spirit turn me into a feather man. I want to be like feather man.
Oh.
If that's not quite area, you go to a different, pretty stylish street. Each show is so different. Hey, someone here is talking about him. What are these drunk people? Where are the ones talking about this guy? Imagine coming here when I'm drinking in peace. I don't know about my customers, but he makes so much trouble. An old man making trouble. Hey, do you think they're talking about the ugly mangoes and trapping Kitchy Jojo? Hey, this isn't a place for a young gun like you. Leave us something around here. Oh, some kids like you know about him. Oh, man's got out of control. He takes just some strangers he just fights. When he gets in trouble, he causes a ruckus and tries to mooch money off people. Creepy is the more trouble he makes, the wider his smile gets. Got a name? Oh, someone's always shouting his name over and over. IGO, right? Yeah, that's your name.
Okay.
Alright, we got the name of our target. You know, I can't be that hard on him. He's around my dad's age. When he complains about his joints hurting on rainy days, I can't help but feel sorry for the old man. He didn't hang around here, but stayed warm with his family instead. You might sound awfully sympathetic, but I know you really think he's a pain in the ass. Well, yeah, I'm not denying that. His joints hurt on rainy days. Poor guy.
Let's go.
I got all the info we need. Why don't we talk about it at the hideout? So what you're saying is I should wait until there's a rainy day and therefore he'll be weaker. Ah, I get it. I see it. I can see the Matrix. Yeah, we'll head over immediately. Thank you. Please come to the front of Shibuya Station. I'll be waiting. Tatty bye-bye, kiss kiss.
Everyone.
That you possess free will does not mean that you can always do as you please. To make your decisions based simply on loss and gain is to act like a heartless machine. The reason so few people care about their fellow man is because so few have the energy to do so. We politicians have fallen short of our goal to change society. We need your support more than ever. Our project isn't gonna work. You have to get the voters more excited. Better completely lose the hearts and minds of the people. Again, what I'd like to say is...
What?
Councilman Matsuhita. Been so long since we last spoke, I want to stop by to see how you're doing. Good to see you, mate. Are you high school volunteering for you, huh? My times have changed. You know about the Kurumata children? Yes. That was nearly 20 years ago. I'm impressed that you're so interested in politics. I was a member of the Kurumata children as well. Yoshida and I joined the same year. Made an amazing career change, going from a pro wrestler to a DIET member. Elected easily. I had no idea what I was doing. I realised I was elected on my own merit, but I failed to be re-elected for a second term. That's true for the both of us.
No.
You made quite a great comeback, though. You're truly an inspiration. As are you, old friend. You're working harder than anyone on the campaign trail. Oh, there's no need for false praise to impress the boy here. Yoshida's well informed about the inner workings of politics, so I'm sure he'll be a great teacher. However, I suggest you only do as he says and not as he does if you want to become a DIET member.
Hmm?
And what might that mean? I'm guessing he doesn't know. You do think you can win the election by being completely honest and making good arguments? Don't secure votes, or else you'll be forever known as no good Torah.
What?
Without honesty and good arguments, there can be no political justice. It's been a while since I've heard one of your grandiose speeches. Wobokun, was it? Tell me, what about Yoshida who drew you in? His message. Oh, Wobokun. You address matters quite directly for a young person. Seems you've been taught well.
You're right.
I intend to teach him everything I know. That's what we agreed on. I feel like my bond with Yoshida's grown deeper. Yay! Politics! Fundraising allows you to ask for large amounts of money during negotiations. Yes, when I have a gun at their face.
All right.
It just works. By the way, how are things between you and old man Kuramato?
Yes.
We're still not on speaking terms. So I'd like to get your opinion on, so I'll be in touch. Very well. Oh, that reminds me. You might still distrust me because of what happened with the missing party funds. But I'm not the one who pointing the finger at you. That's all I'm going to say. Why did you have to mention that? Ah, my apologies. That's all for today.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Good job. I got a feeling he was a scapegoat, unfortunately, and it was just all planted on him. Hello, thanks again for your help today. What a mess. Past mistakes can really come back to bite you. It's hard to feel like you've ever really truly escaped them. Some people can find their way back up like Matsuhita, but many end up suffering under the weight of labels. After 20 years, I'm still nothing more than no good Torah. But I will not give up. It's true that I lost a lot, but I did learn a great many things along the way. Somewhere in the middle of it all, my old stubbornness was tempered into conviction, my one redeeming quality. That is why I wanted you to use your experiences to forge your own conviction. I will. Yes, you're still young after all. You have a great deal more learning and growing to do. I ended up talking longer than I expected. Well, until next time. Did you hear this? Did you see the news? Like the full calling card from the Phantom Thieves, right? The way it was written seemed pretty legit. Have they really stolen people's hearts? Can't believe the Phantom Thieves actually exist. I can't either. It's so gross and humid. Now for today's train news. Today's headlines are: Hotspots of Tokyo. Penguin snipers open for business in Gichi Jojo. What's Penguin Sniper, you ask? A zoo, a pet shop? No, it's a trendy lounge for darts and billiards. Whether alone or in a group, and how you play is up to you.
Oh.
Oh, it's that one lounge. Next time we go, I'm going to play darts too. Still, there are a lot of shops in Kitty Jojo. We should take our time and look around when we get the chance. Abso-fucking-lutely, we should.
Morning.
Morning, Ryuji. Good to see you. Not Madarama's press conference was huge. Everyone talking about the calling card. Oh, they're checking me out today. They can't help but sense my overflowing Phantom Thief charisma. Oh shit! Am I finally starting to be popular with all the fly on? No! Oh no! What's wrong?
For real?
What's wrong? My uniform, man. That's what we're supposed to switch these summer uniforms today. I knew people were looking at me. Oh god damn it! I'll go home and change. You go on ahead. Holy shit, your pair of short sleeves are so not for you. Shut up. Jeez. Anyway, did you catch the news yesterday? There's that famous artist cries his eyes out all over. The artwork is stolen. They've happened to Kamoshida, right? They've got weird calling cards too. If you ask me, the same person's behind all this. News this morning said a group called the Phantom Thieves are the ones behind the cards. How they get people to confess? I mean, they can't literally be stealing arts. Blackmail, maybe? Ah, made it. Pretty the first thing in the morning was a bad idea. That's not even the uniform. Like, what are you doing, Ryuji? You just changed t-shirt. Oh, that's definitely my personal best by a lot. No wonder he gets in trouble at school.
How are things going in regard to that matter we spoke of earlier?
I have nothing to report yet.
Yeah, because we've done nothing bad.
Nothing at all? How many students are there who could provoke a teacher?
I've already narrowed it down. I just can't get any solid evidence. You knew, didn't you? About Mr. Kamoshida sexually harassing students.
Of course he knew. Of course he did.
Sir!
What will come of you asking that?
This investigation is for a just cause, correct?
I believe I understand how flustered this must be making you. I'm sure it was truly shocking for you as student council president to see a peer attempt suicide.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yes.
We must provide a school environment where all students can feel at ease. That is the most pressing issue we have to tackle at the moment.
He just cares about image. That's all it is with the principal.
So that's your reason behind this investigation on the Phantom Thieves of Hearts? We don't even know if they truly exist. Why are you...
You heard about the incident with that Madarame fellow, I assume?
They said there was a similar calling card to the one used in Mr. Kamoshida's case.
I wish to believe that this is unrelated to our students.
Yes.
That is where I stand. I suggest you devote your energy to the task at hand, not unnecessary questions.
I've never liked you, Guru. I definitely haven't.
Did you see Madarame's press conference?
I like that on the board.
You mean that guy who was all like, how could I possibly apologize for what I've done? Ah!
That is some true art there on the chalkboard.
Think it was really those Phantom Thieves? You know, the whole stealing your heart thing?
Remember, kids, those things used to exist. They don't anymore, I don't think.
That? There's no way. But then again, it seems too convenient for it all to just be coincidence.
Oh, wait, is it raining today as well? I could go into the world.
Yeah!
How's it going? Have you found our next big target?
I just started looking yesterday. No way I'm gonna find one that quick.
Try harder, Ryuji.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Try harder.
By the way, I decided on the TV station. What about you two?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh, crap, the social studies trip. Oh, I just want to ditch it.
As you know, it's educational, it's important.
You'd better go to your school activities. Didn't I tell you not to draw attention to yourselves?
Wouldn't me suddenly turning into a good student stand out more?
That is actually quite true for you, G. It would.
Quit bickering and go.
Then let's all choose the TV station.
Yeah.
I heard we're gonna get to watch them tape a show. Maybe there'll be actresses there.
He's excited suddenly.
Oh, well, not like I got anything better to do than waiting for info to come in online.
Yeah.
Plus, Morgana's right. Showing up will keep the teachers from getting all suspicious of me. All right, I'm gonna head back. TV, huh? Maybe I should get a haircut.
That guy is such an idiot. I hope nothing happens.
I hope nothing happens too. But it probably will. Ba-da-ba-ba. Felt pretty good having everyone talk about us, Madarame is the only topic of conversation at my school. And as I'm his pupil, most of my peers have chosen to ignore me. For real, that's bullshit! Are you gonna be okay? There is no need to worry. They'd already been treating me differently from others as it stood. This is nothing new to me. Okay then. More importantly, do we have any leads on our next mission? You kidding? There's no way we'd find a target that quick. To mementos we go. Great idea. I will keep myself free. Please tell me if anything comes up.
Hey, are you listening?
Hey, Wobbo. You, pay attention. Hey, listen when someone's talking to you. I feel a murderous intent. Ow. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Right in the forehead.
Pay attention.
That's what you get for daydreaming. Kids these days have no respect for their elders. Good grief. Looks like you need more proficiency to completely dodge that. Kirsty.
Senpai,
Oh, Whoppo senpai.
what a pleasant surprise.
It's good to see you as well, Kasumi.
It's really pouring down, isn't it?
Is yours going to be one of those that just automatically advances no matter what?
I thought something like this would happen. So I snuck a collapsible umbrella into your bag.
What a considerate kitty.
Of course, this isn't something any ordinary cat would do.
Absolutely not.
And just in case you've forgotten again, I'm a human, not a cat.
You just admitted yourself to being a cat.
Well, see you around.
When you get wet though?
Actually, I forgot my umbrella.
Luckily I have one with me.
But it's fine. I'll barely get wet if I run to the station.
That's not how it works.
If anything, it'll make for good training.
You want a pieces get a word together?
Huh? But how are... Oh, are you offering to share your umbrella?
I am indeed.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem, redhead. I mean, Kasumi.
Thanks again for letting me join you. To be honest, prelims are coming up soon, so I didn't want to take any chances of getting sick.
Oh, is it for gymnastics?
Yeah, that's right. 2 huge competitions are coming up. One at the beginning of summer and one near the end.
I couldn't imagine the pressure actual like gymnasts are under when they're training.
If I'm going to participate in the prelims, I have to be selected as my club's representative. And there's a qualifier meet to determine who that rep will be. It's my dream to compete in gymnastics on the global level. So, I plan on maintaining a strict training regimen with my coach.
I'll cheer you on.
I'd be invincible if I had you cheering me on, Senpai.
At least you're not like horny. She was too horny.
Oh, we're already at the station.
Goddamn Rise. You're just like,
I'll be fine.
she was
from
thirsty
there.
as fuck.
I can't thank you enough for today. I swear, I'll return the favor some...
Hey, isn't that Yoshizawa?
You mean the honors gymnast? She gets the VIP treatment at school and a boyfriend to escort her around?
Is that not your boyfriend next to you?
Miss Special Snowflake sure is living on Easy Street. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to deal with a misunderstanding like that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're right. The same thing happens in class, too. People are often wary of me because I'm an honor student.
You don't have to worry about it being a rumor if it's true, right? Right, Kasumi?
The school's expecting me to attain strong results in the upcoming competitions, too. They even told me I didn't have to participate in the cleanup event.
But you did.
But I just don't like getting special treatment.
Bless her.
Oh, excuse me. My father's calling. Hello, Dad? What was that? Sorry, my phone's been acting up lately. It's okay. Thanks. Mm-hmm. I'll see you later. Sorry about that. He asked if I needed a ride since it's raining. A bit overprotective, don't you think?
Not really. I mean, I used to get that when I was at school. Yeah, you got a great dad.
Yes, I definitely agree.
Unlike my parents who decided, okay, we're going to send you off into the boonies to go live with a man who has no relation to us apart from I went to their bar once and thought they were a good person.
Well, I have to get to practice, so it's time for me to go. Thanks so much for today.
Yay!
Excuse me.
Seems pretty rough.
Seems like your shot has it hard too. But never mind that, having wet fur is the worst. Try to keep me under the umbrella, would you? I am sorry. Hey, I found some great intel. Besides bullying by a Kosai student they call a queen. He'd been ordering around a male student who goes by the name M. Like the M in S&M. Oh no. I wish I was in his shoes. Yeah, you're joking, right? Anyway, here are the details. Acting like a queen is Hikari Shimizu. If it's more likely the girl would turn out like that if she had S as an initial. Well, I already posted a warning, so you should take it on when you have the time. Hopefully you don't end up in an M.
Hey, hey!
Why did you mean by S&M? Those are shirt sizes, right? Is it the size of clothes? Anyway, it seems like she's away with Tiger. Let's find time to consult the others at the hideout. Sadism is just a sign of love. I mean, it is. It's true.
I should write something.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna make sure it's save all the time. Okay. Time is okay right now. We're alright. Wait. Have I got things I can actually do even when it's raining? Hey there, Wabo-kun. Have any plans after school? If you'll be free, I'm always glad to talk about my research. Decide later. Actually, I'll go right away. Oh, thank you, you were so helpful. But I'll be waiting at the nurse's office.
Do you like the rain?
Looks like it's raining today. If you're feeling down, it's probably the weather's fault. Oh, do you maybe have time today? If you wouldn't mind, can I borrow you for a chat? I've got snacks too. Nah.
I see.
No, don't worry, you could just stop by when you have the time. Yeah, like, you don't have any... It's not going to expand any point right now. Wait, courtyard? Ooh. Is this one at the practice building? Oh, it's him. Never mind. It's like, hey, wait a second. Which one is his? Like, oh, wait, that is him. Never mind. Shibuya. And I've got a lot of things here that I need to do. Like, a lot. Oh, it's him.
Hello?
Ah, whoopsie. This station is always full of people. There's the perfect spot for people watching. By the way, do you have any business here? Came to see you. You must have a wealth of free time if that is your decision. But having met around I come to realize the two-faced complex nature of mankind. People are difficult to handle. It makes for an interesting theme. That's why I intend on people watching here for quite some time. Please contact me if anything important comes up. I don't think she's ready to actually do hers yet.
Hiya!
Oh, Wubsy, are you here to shop today too?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go somewhere? You have the time, I mean. Yeah.
Aw, that's too bad.
I am glad that in this game you can actually hang out with people during the when it's raining, because in Persona 4 and Persona 3, as soon as it was raining, that was it. Like literally, that was it. And that sucked, man.
Focus.
Yum 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 yum. Just like it wouldn't be a bad idea to get the stuff done on the side. Welcome, the popular books are over here. I've already bought everything. They are that popular, I have got everything. To the hideout! I might as well, it's raining, so yeah. Nothing else is going to progress right now. Into Mementos we venture.
Everyone is here.
There seems to have been a decent reaction to the news mentioning of the Phantom Thieves. Well, we have some new intel on a Mementos target today. We'll start with this one. The center is on a sadistic student. Like she's been treating a particular male student as a slave against his will. Example, give him degrading orders or berate him in public. So she's acting like a dominatrix to a guy who doesn't want that. That's horrible. I think we'll need to whip her heart instead, okay?
Very well.
Very well, I will go along with this. Hello, Gwen! Oh, I see Dee's got a new emotes as well. That's not all. Now, on to the next target. That is not an elderly man who's been harassing people at Harmony Alley and Kichi Jojo. He snatches people's orders, picks fights, and causes a scene by claiming he got hit and demanded money.
Come on.
Man, the list goes on here. Sounds like he had nothing but a nuisance. I haven't actually seen him do anything, but people really seem to be fed up with him. And the more people complain about him, the happier the old man gets. So his purpose in life is to harm others. Behavior will probably continue to decline if we don't intervene. I'd say changing his heart is the right course of action.
Oh, and
One more thing, sounds like he gets severe joint pain on rainy days. Why doesn't just stay at home and behave himself if it's really that bad? So he still goes out and hurts people despite all the joint pain? That's intense.
Sure, let's go.
I gotta change the house so you can relax already.
yes.
May I post a calling card in Harmony Alley? I'm sure the old man sees it has seen it by now. No objections, right? We're good to go if you're okay with it. That's a unanimous decision. Yes, let's take down the target of Mementos. I have technically 3 targets in Mementos, but I'm gonna get so many. I'll go for a sadist, and then an old elderly man, and that one there. I don't think I can get that one yet, though. But I hope you're doing good today, Gwen. Obviously, I'm not at work till 5, so I'm on here until like 20 past 4 or so. I will admit I'm a little on the snoozier side this afternoon. I definitely will admit that. I need to go to bed at a reasonable hour, and I keep not going to bed at a reasonable hour. The number of targets residing in Mementos is free at present. Now then, shall we head in?
Yes.
Let's go.
Let us go.
Ooh. Damn, so wait, half on your time? So you only woke up like an hour and a half ago, give or take. I was gonna say, wow, you've only been awake 20 minutes? Holy shit. Wait, you guys, something doesn't seem right. Really? It seems the same to... Hold up. It looks like the nurse reacting to something. Oh, we've got the next layer available now too. Sweet.
A new area has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information.
What's this?
It sounds like we can go further down now.
It does, Anne.
Because we made Madarame's palace disappear, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think.
You seem rather uncertain. How far does this Mementos run, anyway?
Far enough.
It's huge. Extremely.
You're always so vague when it comes to the important stuff.
It's because she doesn't know.
It's like he's kind of flaky as our chief of
No,
operations.
he doesn't know.
Don't you want him to try a bit harder too?
The cat does good.
You didn't have to add that cat part.
There.
I don't fully understand, but mementos and the palaces are related to each other, correct? Then all we must do is continue changing the hearts of evildoers to ascertain its full expanse. I don't believe there's a need to quarrel over it.
But yeah, I'm at work till like 8:30 tonight as well because there's a chill count going on. If I do stream tonight, because I'm not in till 4 o'clock tomorrow anyway, I probably will just go in 14 or something. But yeah, last night was fun on Dark Tide. I hope you had fun with it. If you're not having a lot of fun on Psyker, then by all means do swap out of it. Obviously on the harder difficulties, I know you got to get used to also like quick swapping to melee to block and stuff like that too, and I know it can take a while to get used to that as well. So yeah, I know I struggled a lot originally, and I still do, and it's so easy to get overwhelmed compared to Vermintide as well. Mr. Investigator, what kind of change you go? Come on, Joker. No, I kind of think of it. It's raining today. That might have an effect on mementos.
Yeah.
I mean, today's our chance to get ahead. Well, I don't think we can expect the rain to have that much of an impact.
Let's go.
Guess we'll just have to explore and find out. Let's go.
I'm itching for action. Let's do this.
Let's do this indeed.
Write something.
Yeah, I'm just going to save again anyway. Show. Right, so that's where one of them is. Oh, well, 2 of them are at least, and then the others are in the other one. Cool. Yeah, the idea of like what that is normally is that you're not up front. You're like using it while others are keeping the horde at bay. Because I remember using a staff similar to that in Vermintide 2, which was very, very similar. So yeah, it's just about positioning. It's literally positioning. Once you get used to the maps and stuff like that, it's all about the choke points. It was just, like I said, it's the same Vermintide 2. Once you got the choke points sorted down, it was so much easier. I'm sensing that in a proceeding area. All right, let's head back. Oh, just keep up. That's what you gotta, like, I know it's simple enough to say that type of thing, but it's just, like, honestly, you don't have to fight everything. And if there's a horde coming, you hit that sprint button and you keep running till you catch up with everyone else. It is very easy to get, like, sidetracked, but you always want to be moving forward and not be stuck in one place. I can sense our target somewhere in this area. Let's scout this floor for them. The stamina, the only thing the stamina affects is your blocking. Your sprint isn't affected by it. You will still sprint at the same speed as you always do.
Joker, there's a chest.
Because I'm always sprinting no matter what, and the only time it ever affects is because you are sprinting, your stamina goes down, yes, but it's not actually making me slower. Yeah, it drains it, but that's because of it's used for blocking.
So fire is its weak point.
But it won't stop you from running.
Hold on.
Looking cool, Joker. Not over yet.
But you're still faster than when you're walking. Because I've never, and no, it's a psychological thing. I'm pretty positive it's a psychological thing.
Weak point. They're all knocked down. That was incredible, Joker.
Ah, he's already in my heart.
Not over yet.
Da, da. Enemy is faster regardless, even when you are sprinting. I can only give you like what I do, and that is just what I do. Try a different class, you know, if you want to. Maybe you'll find it better or different.
Joker!
Meta! And there's always the block follow-up attack as well, which is always great. Like obviously when you hold the block button down and then you just like also press the attack button, boom, there you go, you're pushing them back. It's fantastic. It's very helpful to use. Da, da, da. Like when they're up in your face, it's like, nah, no range. it's melee time, let's go. You don't, as far as I'm aware, it's the same as like most things. You don't have to charge stuff. You can just like quick attack, which is still knock them back.
Hey!
But I haven't tried Psycho, so I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't think you have to worry about that, but that old man must be on. Oh, let's stop him before he causes any more trouble for others. It's the same thing with the chainsword. I don't have to rev it up. I only rev it up when there's an elite. What the hell are you people? That's important, me, here's your owner.
Come on.
That's the first thing that came out of his mouth. It's like this is the old guy who's making trouble in Kitty Jojo.
Nice.
Nice, I can tell you're annoyed even with your masks on. That shows entrance you're me, here's your owner, right? Right?
How unsightly.
He's certainly disturbed. Let's end this Joker.
I'm gonna beat
Yes, get him out. Look at me, hey, Jono. He just wants attention. That's his shadow. Okay. Beautiful. Kind of. Oh, my body aches. Oh, it sounds like this when it's raining, but for the sake of causing trouble, I can ignore the pain.
I don't see a weakness.
Da, da.
They're all knocked down! That was incredible, Joker!
Oh, damn. Already found out his weakness. Nice. Mudda!
Oh my god! There's off her feet!
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Asleep? Not good. He's vulnerable.
Yeah, I realize this.
I appreciate it.
Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, that's a power up after that. I could gun, but I don't think gun's gonna do very good here.
Alright! Panthers back! Let's do this!
I mean, he's having a good rest, so it's all good. Do I have an item to like wake him up, please? Oh, nice.
This is my other self.
Because I've seen some real crazy freaking psychic plays, and they're doing pretty good for themselves. And one of the weapons I see them use a lot is actually, funnily enough, the sword that you hated, which is the Venser sword. Because it's got a nice thrust attack to it, so you can hit them further away. Ah.
It's time. You're mine.
Meta!
Down! That was incredible, Joker!
Let's go.
Da 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 da. I just killed an old man with a leaf. I feel very accomplished. Very. Nice.
Fits me like a glove.
Me patcher is. Oh, that's what I would have liked earlier.
I knew I was wrong.
It started with something small. I knew so stupid my family would worry about me. My son usually treats me like I'm worthless, but he would care for me in those times.
No other way.
Yeah, it felt so good that I started seeking that kind of affection everywhere. I ended up causing so much trouble. An unfortunate consequence of isolation.
Yeah, sorry.
I've caused so much trouble. How am I supposed to live like this? I apologize. I apologize. It's too late for that.
So embarrassed.
No, the important thing is start making up for it.
That's true.
I'm certain that's what your family wishes as well. From now on, instead of taking out on others, you should communicate your needs directly to your family. Tell them that you're lonely before it's too late.
Let me make it up.
Yeah, I'll do that. At the end of the day, all I can say is practice, practice, practice makes perfect. And there's no shame in doing difficulty 1 just for practice, baby.
Hey!
That went well. What should we do now? Keep exploring? How many times left in this area? Okay, well, that's our next move, Joker. Let's keep going. Yeah, let's push ahead a little further. Whereabouts is the other one located, though? That's what I don't know. Okay, so they're deeper inside this time. Cool. Cool. Yeah, just put the phantom suit back on. Da, 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 da. What personas do I have as well? Yeah, I still got the Regent there. Gaga Izanagi. Got Nekomata, Hupao, Angel, Archangel. He was a bitch to get. Like seriously, what the hell? Ba, 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 da, da, da.
Looking cool, Joker. Not over yet. Let's do this.
Ah, I still like this default music. It's so good.
Panther. We're done. Took them all out.
All right.
Also, and I appreciate the fight highs. Absolutely do. Oh yeah, I could have just said go to load area. To the rest area.
Okay, let's take a break.
Absolutely agreeing on taking that break. Let's go.
Well,
What are you gonna do, Joker? Let's use items. Yeah. I mean, they need a little bit of healing. Nothing much
what are
though.
your thoughts?
Go to the team. What do you want to talk about? How is everyone?
Okay.
I can still get going. I think everyone else is okay too.
What are your thoughts?
Yep, that's it. I guess that's all we're talking about. Fine. Cool. Damn. What are those shadows on the other side? Are they gone? Nope, almost though. Ah, they're still there. But yeah, at the end of the day, most important thing is, as always, as I say, is if you're having fun, that is absolutely fucking amazing, and I hope that continues as well. I'm still sad there's no Twitch integration, but I'm glad there also isn't. It just simply wouldn't work with its current, what they've gone for. Like, it was fun in Vermintide 2. I just couldn't see it working in this. I'm also excited for... I can't remember if it's this week or next week, but Mary is returning to stream. So it's like she's finally coming back onto Twitch. I mean, not that she ever left, really, but still. She's missed it enough and she wants to. I'm saying, you gotta get the itch, man. You gotta get the itch.
Oh, what the hell happened? It's so dark.
Mementos is an amalgamation of the people's cognition. This can affect the environment as well as the structure.
Okay.
It's been like this in a long time. But it seems like the darkness won't be the only thing we'll have to deal with.
Oh, no.
You mean we have even more stuff to worry about?
In a way, I can sense rare shadows all around us.
That's good, though.
We should explore this area for a bit, despite the darkness.
When exploring mementos, you may end up in an area that looks different than usual. This means there's a deviation in the area. There can be effects on a deviated floor that will aid or disrupt your investigation. In most cases, good and bad events will occur simultaneously. When you leave a deviated floor, the effects will disappear. Make sure you know what the differences are before charging
I
forward.
don't really want to stick around here, but if you say so, then I guess we can go for it. Joker, just drive extra safe or something.
Drive extra safe. Yosei! He's gonna be on this floor. Good.
When it's this dark, it can be hard to figure out where the...
It can be hard to figure out where the enemies are. Oh, hello.
Hey, that's a rare one! Don't
Let's go.
escape!
Go down.
We're all knocked down! That was incredible, Joker!
I was gonna ask it for money.
Go ahead.
Not over yet! Persona!
Hold on.
Go!
Don't you know we're just starting? You sure we got the clue? How fast is we go? Don't you know? No more art.
Oh, wow. Well, it's only run by 2 people, which sadly doesn't surprise me in terms of security not being great. It does suck, but it doesn't surprise me.
This is my other self. Prepare yourself. Surprisingly tough.
Yeah, I'm not making an account on that because it's just there's no PC version for it. Plus, as I was speaking with like Sarek as well, moderator for Sakai VT, it's just like I don't see Twitter honestly, unless they literally take it away from the internet. I don't see Twitter dying on its own. Like they'd have to literally pull the plug themselves.
All right. Huh. They were nothing.
Oh my god, there's so many here. It's good.
We're all knocked down! That was
Do not move a
incredible,
muscle.
Joker!
This is mine.
Pass the baton and follow
Persona.
up!
Hold on. Don't you know we're
Damn. That's not enough damage. I wanted more.
how fast?
Exactly. Like, it's not going to go unless literally there's no one there to run it. Except for, I was going to say it itself for a second.
I lend it.
let's not give, let's not give Elon Musk any credit here.
Persona.
I will admit, like, these days, I'm not using Twitter as much. Like, I still like it because of a way that it's nice to sort of interact with people that I don't normally have chance to actually go and see them in their channel. But at the same time, I just don't really interact much on there outside of that. Like, did I tweet that I was going live today? No. No, I didn't. Yeah. Actually, no, I did tweet I was going live today. Never mind, I did. But I didn't remember that I did. Yeah, same. That's just like, I mean, is it really like any reason for me to tweet out that I'm live? Does anyone even look at it? Like, maybe a few do, but I think Discord just does it better, where it's like, oh, hey, you know, or unless you're on Twitch anyway, oh, hey, the person's live.
Okay, guys.
That's how sometimes I notice people are actually live, is if I have them on my Discord. Yeah. I mean, it did for some, but not others. But they were people who were already more established anyway,
Okay.
who kept getting advertised. Very select few benefited from that. You know, the feeling was there, and it was the stuff like that. Well,
We can descend.
that's why, like, React content is usually just looked down upon a lot, and it's why it does get demonetized and stuff like that too. There are people who put the effort in and stuff like that as well, but
Run over.
Well, we beat him, so that makes us even tougher, huh?
Oh, mister.
It says looking at the crystal vanity.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister, is that a crystal you got there? Let me see it. I just do this. Like, I'm not trying to say that like the way that he's always done his content has been like lazy or anything. God no. I understand why other YouTubers don't like what Lulu did in terms of stuff on the thing, because it is just like they just take other people's content, mash it into a video, post it themselves. They have a little, you know, bit in between, and then that's it. Like, in a way, there's no kind of, you could argue there's no creativity done, but yeah. That's why it's like, you know, with the whole React content thing is like, hey, you can't just take someone else's video and be like, oh my god. That as well, yeah. Yeah. Because, like, that's the thing is, I got on the other day and there's like 30 plus tweets, whatever. It's like, what's going on here? And it turns out, like, I'm always thankful for people shouting me out to other people. But it's like just a name in the wind, really. Oh, I don't know. It should do you some good. Here you go, mister. Let me know if you find any others like it, okay? Learning about working cognitions also teaches me more about humans. Yeah, I tend to only use like 3, maybe 4 if I want to, depending on how things are. Yeah, I can get like, yeah, please. I do love this NPC. He's got him. So is that a boba? Oh god. I mean, on Instagram posts, I always did like throw like that many, because Instagram, as far as I was aware, is just like everyone I ever saw who ever made a post on Instagram was just like throw everything, throw everything. I feel like I want SP. Like these just disappear after if I don't use them anyway. So here you go. Have some flowers, Jose. Hey, collecting the flowers. Make sure you come trade them with me before you leave Momentous, okay? I should do it. Good job. Not on Twitter. Nah. Like I'll put out what the game is. Like say if it's 14, I do hashtag FFXIV. Make sure it's not FXIV NSFW. 14. Maybe I'll have like Twitch streamer if maybe, or like even Twitch TV, depending if it's been trending that day or not. And then I'll probably put like ENV tuber maybe too, and no more than that normally.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the shot the girl named she's Shimuzi. She really seems like a sadist. She's calling someone her slave and ordering him around, right? In a way, she's denying his existence. I certainly will want to be a victim of that. Oh, yeah, and, see, I don't like putting small streamer in person. I know a lot of people say, like, oh, don't do it because it feels derogative, but at the same time, it does trend. Stuff like that, too. If you're wondering, yes, there was an option in this when I heard about this case of her being basically a sadist and like she's punishing a man, and one of the options was, I wish I was in his shoes. Like, you don't really mean that, do you? It's like, maybe. I'll have to show you it. Let's go talk to her. Oh, I want to see my I want to see my thing. No, I can't see it here. And yeah, the instant messages. So you're the pigs who wrote that calling card online. Why do I deserve this? Because you made some guy your slave. That's all kind of wrong right there. Oh, and I did get called yesterday while I was streaming. It's like, is there any point in me even trying to do this afternoon ones if I'm just gonna get called to work anyway? That's what he wants. He worships me more than any god, you know. I've got 2 days off next week though, so that's alright. I don't know where to begin to explain how you're wrong. I beat him and I hurt him and he sees it as a sign of our love and friendship. He's so happy.
Hold a moment.
You are so delusional. That's not kinky. I'm pretty and my grades are good. It's my right to order people around. I'll start by giving orders to you pigs. Lick my shoes, peasants. Nah, that's not kinky. That's just wrong. Oh, you're gonna be Carly. Okay. You're the hair boober. Let's go.
You're going down.
I'll never give up my Momoto. He belongs to me. Being my slave is what makes him happy.
Let's go. Ravage them.
What's your weakness? I will find out your weakness, damn it.
Whoa! That's how true persona!
I have no idea what happened there, but I'm going to decrease your attack turn because your attack damage. That always seems important. Ooh, form a barrier that can absorb one attack except Almighty. That's actually pretty good. That's the new thing I just got.
Prepare yourself.
You're mine.
What is your weakness?
Ready when you are!
Wait, what are you doing? All right, now my turn. What do you mean it's your turn?
Roger!
Fuck is this? Are you doing a drive-by? Okay. It was a little underwhelming, I will admit that. Oh, can he do a follow-up attack? Oh, that would make a lot of sense. I don't remember that. Ah, you block confused. Oh no, you're charging. This isn't good. This isn't good. Yes, put your arm up in front of you. You're absolutely protected now. Daka, motherfucker.
Oh, knocked down! That was incredible, Joker!
Let's go.
Okay, guys.
Boom, baby. Getting loads of money from this. I am happy. No, 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 no. I don't want to lose him. He's mine. He's mine, isn't he? He does up and he'll hate you. I could never stand that. Why did you start treating him like that? He just kept going along with it, so I misunderstood and I thought I could do anything I wanted. Actually, I want to be more than friends with him.
Huh?
More than friends? You mean like as a boyfriend? He wasn't your boyfriend? Yes, I've had a crush on him, but then I got possessive. Those feelings went out of control.
Yeah.
Be careful that you don't make things worse for yourself than they already are. But yes, fantastic news though. I've noticed with this is that even when it's raining, I can still do social links, unlike the other games, which was very sad and annoying. My treasure has shown itself. Whip sword. Okay. Okay. That's the new weapon for Ad, I assume. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I mean, it could be. The only way to find out is to go into combat. Get to the next area. Yeah! Whoa, we did it. This is because more people believe in us now, right? That has to be it. Now then, let's get in there. Yeah, if I'm not absolutely exhausted tonight, which I doubt I will be, but I probably might be a bit tired, I probably will just be on some 14 and chill this eve. Doesn't this look different from how it was before? Looks like it'd be a new area from here on. I'm starting to understand how this place works. Yes, it is quite a marvel to find a subway system down here. After Yusuke, it's always been like that. I can sense our targets some in this area. Let's scour this floor for them. Ooh, different tune. Alright, what shadows do we have down here? Hello, you. Bonk. Ooh, you guys. Are you weak to thunder? No. That reflects.
This is my other self. Goemon, strike!
Ah, there we to ice.
We got him on the ground! I knew you could do it, Fox!
Lend me your power. Yeah.
Words aren't getting through.
Yeah, fine.
So that's your move. Then I guess I'll talk first. Sava, I'll help you if I'm gonna help you later.
Just look at it. Try calming its nerves.
I was only passing by and you roughed me up real bad. What's your deal anyhow? Something bad happened in your life or something, Sonny? Nah, it's not like that. Yeah, hell. I listen to all the reasons kids have for the things they do. They've more than a few lifetimes. I'm also just going to very quickly go over to my phone on charge and just check that I haven't been summoned in the second do. Jeez, looks like I ran into one crazy brat. Hey, so what do you feel when you think about the future? Now's level of happiness. You're still young, but you already aim for a run-of-the-mill lifestyle. Come on.
Hey,
What a coincidence, my sentiments exactly. Hey, I can't believe it. I remember now. And yes, I'm thinking of getting a different job again. It's that season again. It's okay, I haven't been summoned to work. Everything's all good in the world. For once. I'm no shadow from this place. I used to be living out there, see the human soul. Now call me Ipun Tatara. Any Fronofrix, Sonny. Thank you.
You've got a new mask, Joker.
I do. Nah, I don't plan to go for those. That's the thing is, I don't know what I would go for. That's the problem.
Joker!
Like, I'm okay with retail and stuff like that too. It's just, it's getting to be a bit of a joke at my place. Like, I really do enjoy, like, who I work with and what I do, etc, etc, etc. It's just the hours and the manager. It's just, we're all getting peeved.
They're all knocked down! That was incredible, Joker!
Let's go.
Okay, guys.
So like, oh, Wazzy, why don't you just do, be a full-time content creator? Look, it has to pay for me to be able to even think about doing that in the first place. Because, it's so simple, right? It's so simple. It's like, oh, well, you have people sub, right? Yeah. But I need like at least probably another 100 and something more for that to be, maybe even more than that for it to actually be something I can make a career with. Aww, thank you for 100 biddies. I can quit my job now. Thank you. Oh. God damn, if only if it was that simple.
Fire attacks won't work. Use electric moves. Those are its weakness. Gunshot should hit its weakness.
Persona!
Da, 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 da. Oh, that dead.
All right.
I know. That's the one thing I feel like a lot of people were sad about when he went. I never really interact with the guy much. It's just they're like, oh no, all his money's going. Obviously not everyone, but still.
2 foes left. Let's do this. Zoro, one
I mean, the dude got paid well. So yeah, I hope he's doing alright. I also have a slight feeling as well, personally, like this is just obviously complete utter guesswork on my end. I don't know the person at all.
Alright.
But considering that I know he probably felt like maybe he was pressured into being affiliated because he didn't like want people to, at least from my impression, subscribe or anything like that. Maybe he just felt like he had to get away from Twitch because he felt bad taking people's money because he already earns enough. I don't know. As I said, that's just all my guess. He seemed like a genuinely nice individual.
Oh.
There he is, Zodo, the shop manager. What an unpleasant smile. It's his customer service smile, right? Yet behind the scenes, he's extorting his subordinates. This guy might start doing it to his customers too. Who knows?
Huh?
That would be a disaster. Let's go. But that would be so sad if it's like instead of being chased off because of like drama and like bad things, he was chased away due to people's kindness. I'd feel so bad if that was the case. Welcome, welcome. How may I help you, ladies and gents of the Phantom Thieves? I should blackmail your employees. That's not normal. My shop isn't a directly managed store of a large chain. No, I don't say like chased away in like a bad. You know, like how there are a lot of people who do get chased away due to like bad reputation. Not bad reputation, but people just like trolling them and stuff like that. But like because people are being really kind and stuff like that, like being nice and stuff, he felt bad maybe going live. It's just like if I go live, then people will be too nice to me. No, he didn't say anything. I just know that when he did stop, he basically said he was like stopped, like not going to be on Twitch anymore, and I don't think he was even going to be around lurking anywhere either. He did make a post saying that he's quitting streaming and Twitch in general. In terms of like he said my journey on Twitch is over. Blah 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 blah. This was months ago. You probably missed it. I doubt it's still there on Twitter, but maybe? There he is. Ah, yeah, November 7th. This marks the end of my journey on Twitch. Why? Because of the thing we call live details in Discord. Forgive me for I would take the selfish act. Have to focus on myself for now. Thank you, everyone, for everything. The laughs, the tears, the memories, all of it. It's like, who knows? You don't know, obviously. As I said, I really hope that's not the case. That's the last post he made since then. Yeah, exactly. He was quite a nice person. But clearly, like, he was in a very high position, like a high-paying job as well. So, yeah. Real life probably did just get in the way. And he couldn't balance real life with the Twitch side of things. It's like, I gotta sacrifice Twitch. Only strangers complain about how I use this shop's money. Yeah, like he's still probably on Discord, but just, I mean, Discord's a bit different than Twitch, isn't it? Maybe he does still hang about on Twitch, like people's channels, but he just doesn't stream. I was actually shocked because I always heard about him with 14, so I just figured he was a 14 guy as well. And then, of course, when I see him streaming, he's playing Monster Hunter. I want to get back into that. Any strangers complaining about how I use the shop's money? Part-time workers are the property of the shop, thus they are mine to use as I will.
What?
Property? Who do you think you are? Well, he's clearly also loved by the Twitch community because a lot of people had, like, went blue for November and stuff, so I know, Oren went blue as well and still is, I think, blue at the moment too. I get it now, you pretend to be heroes, but you're all just criminals. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, it's the spear one. Let's go. Outlaws who dare trespass in my sanctuary prepare to be royally obliterated by my hand. It's like I know Alchemy's been taking a big break from Twitch lately as well. She's been feeling not just the streamer burnout, but also has felt burnt out on 14, and has been working a lot too. So it's just like her entire balance is out of whack. Like she literally says she goes to work, comes home, and immediately starts streaming. She has no time to do anything for herself, which I've been there. I can relate. But like no one is going to stop you from, you know, enjoying time for yourself.
I don't see a weakness.
And anyone who does is an asshole. Bonk. I think my guys are a bit too strong. Maybe. I don't know. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah. That I was wondering what her whip was. That's her weapon right there. Oh, damn. It is like Ivy's. Wait, why is she paralyzed?
Okay, guys.
Persona! Die!
Did he even get a chance to fight back? Because I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Wow. Okay. I try to be very careful what I say as well, so it's not clipped out of context or anything like that. It's like, look, he's causing drama with someone. It's like, no, I'm not at all. I'm allowed to have a free theory mind, okay? I'm very, very likely wrong. I'm sorry, am I really not worthy of being the store manager? You're fired. No. Remember now, employees aren't in property, they're human beings. And yet I took advantage of them. I've done bad things. Talk about a horrible workplace. I don't know how I can ever make up for this. You've done quite a bit more, haven't you? It'd be best if you just confess everything. I read that as cheese sweets to begin with.
What?
Are those Chinese desserts or something? I see, so he's lining his own pockets.
Hey!
That went well. What should we do now? Keep exploring? I have no more time in this area. What's our next move, Joker? Let's keep going. I want to at least get to the next rest area. But yeah, like there was this place which was literally just a few doors away from me, which is like a kind of like showroom where they sell like, you know, like bathrooms, bedrooms, etc, etc. And the amount of times that I went in there and they were just like doing nothing is unbelievable. Every time I walk past, there's like no customers there. And there's a lot of places I see like that as well, and I can't help but think is, how do these places make money? If no one's going in there, how they are affording to pay wages? Hey, how many areas on this floor anyway? The last floor had 7 areas, but the one before that only had 2, right? So it varies depending upon the location. Guess that means it ain't easy to tell how much of a floor we got left to cover, huh? Yeah, that's right. We won't know how many areas are on the floor until we make it to the end. But judging by the vibe I'm getting from the shadows, this floor isn't any smaller than the last. Alright. They're not trying to get me. Where's your weakness again? Wind. Thunder. Come on, let's go, Afro.
It's almost scary how good I am.
Boss, taking over. I am thou.
Da 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 da.
Do not move a muscle.
Let's go! My God, he's fabulous.
Okay.
A stylish victory.
Damn, the man had to do an absolute freaking killer pose and everything. I respect that.
Shadow, Joker.
Maybe some rare shadow down here. I ain't seen any.
All right, the first move is ours. So fire is its weak point. It's not over yet.
I mean, she got thigh high, she got freaking glasses on. I mean, what's not to love, okay?
You're so gorgeous,
Do
Panther.
not move a muscle.
Okay, guys.
Da, 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 da. Also, his sword is incredibly long. What is he compensating for?
We're all knocked down. That was incredible, Joker.
Do it.
This'll end.
I'm glad we're getting a lot of these in here, though. I did actually do some combining of my personas as well. Like, I have literally no room for the any new ones.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Even if it's just to get, like, you know, things ticked off. Like, oh, hello. You're glowing red. Does that mean that you've got a rare one in you? Oh, hello. I don't think I have you. I don't think I ever did tame you, did I? What's your weakness? Yeah, boy.
Do not move a muscle.
Joker.
Fine, we'll attack you then. Aha!
Okay, guys.
Oh, yeah, I know there's been quite a bit of talk as well with people in my circle, air quote, about playing Crisis Core. I probably will do. But in all honesty, I also kind of need to save my money at the moment too, if I'm honest. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, which is the prequel to Final Fantasy VII, which is on the PSP originally. Which they're, or PS Vita, whichever it is, which they now they're bringing now to PC. They're like, no, I meant to. I did not mean to do that. Fuck. Oh well, whatever. I got level 23 out of it. It's all good.
Okay.
Well, that's that.
But I probably won't. I would like to be on the let's focus on things that exist already. Yeah? Yeah?
There's a chest. Oh.
Now, one thing I'm also interested in seeing soon as well from the Fat Shark is their plans for content coming down the line as well.
It's weak against psychokinesis.
Persona. Nekomata. Go down.
Great move, Joker. Two knocked flat. Alright, I'll handle this. The baton, Persona walk. Carmen. What is the map? You're so gorgeous, Santa.
No sudden movements.
Did I have one of these? You feel like we saw you before. I guess being willing to talk to you. There's no need for that. We could have. Maybe we can understand, but me remember now. Thank you for instantly allowing me not to have to do the chitty chatty thing. Ugh.
Power's incredible, Joker.
Thanks. Now I know I can do that with ones I've already caught before. It makes it so much better. It really does. Oh, I haven't heard anything yet from being, you know, a content creator for Dark Tide yet either. In terms of like an official partner thing. Doesn't matter if I don't ever hear, I will still play the game anyway. Because it's fucking fun. And yeah.
Down. Nice, Joker.
But things should be easier for us in Dark Tide now as well. My Preacher just reached level, whatever it was, 15, 16, and I've got my third talent. And what my third talent does is I can have it increase the entire party's toughness by like 20%, which is quite big.
Okay.
And you want to keep that toughness going. You really don't want your health to be to really go down if you can help it.
Joker, a treasure.
Treasure! What else we got? Treasure! More treasure. Treasure? Ah, no treasure.
I have something.
Nom. Oh. It's a stamp. Nice. Nom.
I see the platform.
Oh, here's the
Should we keep
platform.
going?
We will keep going. We absolutely will, Morgana. But the problem is
Classroom duty soon.
what's down here? Nothing.
I'm sure your partner feels the same way.
Dude, be mean to Yuji just because he's not in the team, and we don't care for him to be in the team because he's kind of the weakest of the bunch at the moment. But that's okay. He's doing his best. Yuji's doing his best right now. He really is. Hey, Yosei. My boy. My boy. I said I want to get as far as the rest area because that'd be nice. Bonk. Been super productive this little run actually. Getting 3 of the tasks in. Oh hello. Oh my god.
This isn't it.
No sudden movements.
Join my soul. What the hell are you doing? As you move, then I guess I'll talk first, so I'm going to help you later.
Seems jolly. Try cracking a joke.
So, you're a student, right? Is it okay for you to just be hanging around here like this? Hey, why are you at school? I actually finished school. Something. Yeah, I have a job finding a job in this economy. He's right, you know. Gee, he looks like I ran into one crazy brat. Hey, so, what do you feel when you think about the future? Live faster, young. Live faster, then let's cut this chat up. I like that way of thinking, eh? I can't believe it. I remember now. I'm the sheriff in this place. Used to be living in that there see the human soul. But now when you call me Eligil, no need for honorific, sonny. Great, I have a man and a horse. Let's go. Aww. I mean, it's Emperor. I mean, I technically have 2 Emperors because I got that one down there, but I will get rid of Angel for now because I've got 2 Justices. Yeah, get rid of Angel. I can
feel it.
I don't think it's strange that Morgana can turn into a vehicle. Like, how do you fuel this car? Where did the glass come from? There's so many questions. So many questions. Maybe I shouldn't seek the answers. Maybe sometimes it's better not to know. Man, all I need to do is get some freaking lottery winnings and let's go, baby. Oh yeah, it's a boy. Go. All right.
Hey, that's a rare one. Don't let it escape. They're all knocked down. That was
Do not move
incredible,
amongst
Joker.
Let's go.
Finish
Money.
Okay. Huh. They were nothing.
They were. Bonk. Another stamp. Oh, I'm getting so many stamps right now. This is great. Can I increase my XP gain now? I might be able to. But I am super glad I was able to fix the problems. I haven't had any more problems since I had the initial problem. It's been all good since then, thankfully. But then again, you never know. There might be another problem at another point. I just don't know.
Doing good?
Good job, mister.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I knew an area of momentos opened up, so I went around and gathered more stuff to trade. Hopefully I got something you like, mister. Seriously, where'd you get the drink from? Wow. Okay. A model gun capable of transmutation, black robe. Like, what do I do with these? I'll take it. Oh, those increased persona stats. What? That's actually pretty good. But what I'm gonna actually do is grab myself the blank cards instead. Get your hammer. I love it's a squeaky hammer. 120% extra XP. Let's go. I hope you run into each other again soon.
I have something.
And he'll be the only small boy who does not get the big girl voice.
Stop that! I don't want to think about.
Yeah, don't scare Panther. Wow, we still haven't reached the rest area. Holy moly. I'm surprised. Nom. I feel like I don't necessarily need to fight most enemies down here anymore. My level is pretty damn high. I'm gonna do it anyway. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, it's one of those. Okay, well, we already know what these are. Over 9,000, yes. Well, maybe not quite over 9,000.
Weak to fire skills. Don't use ice skills. Weaknesses.
Persona!
But can I change it more than once in a fight? No. That's insane if I can do. Oh, I can. That's actually really good. So if I make a mistake, I can just swap it back. Oh, nice. You couldn't do that in other games. I like that. You should. And then I can raid you. I can do the raid, Gwen raid. Yeah, let's go. Honestly. Oh, by the way, the person you spoke to me yesterday, like had me raid yesterday, Bio T-Rex, not only did he follow me here on Twitch, he also followed me on Twitter before I did. So yeah, I'm honestly, networking is one of the worst things ever. Because we're all introverted. He is. I almost felt kind of bad when he was like, well, I do this. It's like, yeah, but I like doing the things that I do. I know he wasn't mocking me or anything like that. He's a lovely individual. He absolutely was at the time I was there. And he is a staller. What, he stalls things? Or is that something else?
It doesn't look like it's in the mood for jokes. Save the witty banter for later.
Me understand now. Not time to bring this up. Me really hungry. Ah, that's what you mean by that. Just to be sure, like I was thinking, is this maybe slang for someone who runs like a cosplay stall or something? It's like an end ARR because he wanted to do all the end game stuff. I mean, that's impressive. I'm guessing that's what you mean. Like he wanted to do all the savages and stuff like that too. I know. We have someone in the community like that as well. He likes to do that, and I still think he's mad doing all of that stuff synced. It's just like, just do the story. Just do the story. You really want to eat something? Want to order something? No, I'm making your food myself. You just let me go. We could eat human food once before we die. I asked some recommendations so we can at least imagine. Bread soaked in coffee. We're not sure if dipping bread in coffee is proper etiquette. I understand you're a bit better for now. Let me hope you be happy with this. I messed up.
Now's the time to retreat.
Oh god.
Okay.
See, it's things like that. Like I remember old comments said to me as well, and it comes like, oh man, Robsy, if you're gonna stream MMOs, you have to do endgame content and raids and all that, otherwise people don't have any interest. And I don't think that really counts really with like, at least not with 14 personally. I understand where they were coming from, but still.
Now's our chance to strike. Go.
Exactly, like.
It's almost scary how good I am.
The problem with raids is, I'm not saying that raids aren't good. Like, if that's what you're into, fantastic. Like, that's the sort of... Like, if I go into a WoW stream, at least back in the day, because I did do a lot of raiding, it would be probably because of raids. I will admit that. But when it comes to 14, I'm literally just there for the person anyway. Like, these days, I'm a casual bitch. I mean, raids are good in 14 as well. They are fun. Don't get me wrong. But Yeah, they're so confusing in 14, personally. I've always said this. I always feel like 14 has really, really well-designed like raids, savages, extremes, etc. But when it comes to explaining them, holy shit! No. But as mentioned before, like I'm gonna have to drag people into brute justice unsynced, obviously. Like I'll always prefer to do things unsynced if I can do. I would do Pandemonium and stuff like that. Like maybe even Eden when 7.0 comes out. I mean, I could probably still do that as well, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that was my idea. Because I'm like, I must know how you did this solo. Hey, this place is like a waiting room. Maybe you can chill here a bit.
All right, let's rest for a few.
I can get out of here finally. Aha! I wanted to get to the rest area, and that's where I wanted to get to. Yo, it's a Vladdy! How you doing? Welcome to the early one.
Do you need something?
I still have at least an hour or so. That's all right. We've just been having a heart-to-heart with Mr. Gwen. It seems you long to be imprisoned. I can grant that wish for you. Wow, I wonder when that happens. That's the bit when I'm wondering when you do it. There's probably a guide out there too.
How goes the rehabilitation?
Welcome to my velvet room. What do you need today?
The inmate needs our guidance.
Speaking of YouTube things out there, yeah, I'll get onto it soon. I'm literally in no hurry again. I'll get onto it soon.
I see. A strong persona indeed.
Oof, that's tempting. If you do not use at least 3 mitigations, you die. Does it count if you use the one with what happens if you use whatchamacallit? Your invulnerability. Does that work, or do you have to save that for something else? You know what? It's kind of tempting just to use this.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Intense focus. Yeah, that. Okay, I want hammer for sure. I want fray. Oh yeah. That one is also very important.
You girls, let us begin.
You need that for the tornado. Oh Jesus. Da 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 da. He's got a knife. Gotta love a knife. This is Faith this time? Oh, damn.
You okay with this?
Oh, God, so many new ones here.
Terrible, but not impressive.
Combination of these two, is it? I mean, I could. I don't have to, but I could. What about this one here, Oni?
You okay with this?
I mean, he's beautiful. Oh, that only goes up by 1 though. That is a downgrade.
But not impressive.
Yeah, I don't have Empress unlocked, so that is no good. Only rank 1 up? God damn, what is this bullshit? Bad. You know what? I'm gonna make it.
The skills you'd like to inherit.
it's a magic type, so having that is kind of pointless. That's a butthole for sure. No! No! No!
It will receive a fraction of power.
Yeah, no problem. You lurk away.
It will receive a fraction. Girls, let us begin.
Why did I read that as a butthole? I don't know. My brain is just here and there and everywhere. Okay, yeah, it's definitely a butt knife. I did read that wrong. I don't know how I did, because I read that originally as well, and then I thought you put it down. That's actually a butthole. Yeah. You know that moment when you're like, you realize that you've been like probably awake for too long and not slept enough. Yeah, that's how it feels right now. Yeah. I'm okay and everything. It's just, yeah.
Handle this. Not terrible. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
I'd like to... What's this one? Possess because sorts because by half or antibody. Ooh, I mean, I'll take that. Mapsy, Aggie, Maguru.
Receive some new power.
Never mind. Is there anything different? Ooh, Rakunda. Yeah.
Receive some
Yeah.
Girls, let us begin.
But now we were just chatting basic about how, like, I remember being told ages ago when I was playing, when I was going to start getting into streaming 14 and stuff like that. It's like, you know, people won't come along to watch because they're only interested in, when it comes to MMOs, interested in watching endgame content. And it's like, as in like raiding and stuff, because talking about BioT-Rex, who does a lot of that as well. And honestly, I do not believe that for a second. Absolutely do not believe that.
They will be reborn anew.
I still think there's a thing for everyone, so yeah.
It seems it will become a skill card.
I will take the skill card. I need to know what gives me Frey though, because I still have like a persona I need to do. Trying to put you in the chair, my dude. I don't know how a dog gets into the chair, but whatever. Thanks.
It seems it will
Buki, I don't want to sacrifice. Eligor, I could keep you.
It appears it will become something protective.
Yes, I will do this. Yeah. I know, right? Like, I understand where they were coming from because, as I was saying to Gwen as well, like, yeah, I kind of was thinking that down the line too, like when I originally started, but yeah. Oh, wait a second.
What?
As a business, I want to just see if there's anything special, anything changed. Because I'm not at work till 5 today, but I finish at 8:30. But if because there's a chill count on tonight. If I do stream when I get back from work, I will probably be on 14 or something, I reckon. Chosen, cruel save world. Okay, that's actually gotten more to it as well. But so far, I'm really enjoying the afternoon ones.
What? No slacking off.
And I'm glad that, you know, people want to pop around while they, they're at work or like just need something in the background. Then you know what, I'll be here, as best as I can be.
Your mind?
I do. Return to the real world, please. Yeah, I know, but it's the afternoon for me. Time zones are a thing, okay? At least with this one as well, thankfully with Persona 5, I can kind of just save here and there. Let me just check to make sure as well that I haven't been called into work like I was yesterday at the last minute. Well, not yesterday, but the other day. Thankfully, no, they haven't yet. They haven't yet. We got a new post about that old man who was stirring up trouble in Kichi Jojo. Sounds like he and his son went around apologizing to everyone in Harmony Alley. It was like he was a totally different person, begging them on his knees for forgiveness and all. Yeah. Sounds like it was a change of heart. Yep, it went perfectly. Nice work as always. Oh, the stuff about family had me worried about Yusuke, but it looks like things worked out okay. I'm kind of happy too. You haven't heard anything from the student council president, have you? His honor student must be busy kissing ass somewhere. It had to be so harsh. What is this about a student council president? Our school has kind of been keeping tabs on us. I think she's suspicious of us. Are you sure it is not merely a result of Yuji's general misconduct? Shut up! Though, to be honest, the three of you most certainly stand out. Do try to be careful. I cannot be there to look over you at school, you know. That duty rests on your broad shoulders, Wobsy. Thank you. Got it. Now make sure to keep an eye on Ryuji too. Why'd you gotta single me out?
The others kinda overshadow you sometimes, but don't forget, you're famous too.
Just make sure you're careful, okay?
Okay. More phone calls.
Hey, inmate!
I was just with you. Inmate, we need to talk to you. Get over here right now. Caroline, that is not a sufficient explanation.
Listen well.
Inmate, come to the entrance of the Velvet Room before we change our minds. That's a door only we can see in your world. You better not go to the wrong place.
Then...
We'll be waiting for you. We expect great haste and enthusiasm from you. Hey. Hey, who were you talking to? They sounded really noisy. They're being summoned somewhere. You should probably get going. I guess I will.
Let's do it.
So I can just hit start and save. This isn't like Persona 4 or Persona 3. No, but they want me to go there. They want me to go there. I can't. Why do you do this?
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
That is steady.
Make sure your clothes up.
That is so annoying.
Wow.
Like, hey, we need to see you ASAP. Now, come now. You won't let me. I can't. Oh, you're making some good progress. I can see the wisdom in your eyes behind those glasses. I am very smart. But yeah, the rumbles of rebellion are starting to happen again at work, Vlad. People aren't happy again. It's just because like the hours are so just spread everywhere, and it's not right that we have like say 5-6 people during the day and then only 2 of us from 4 o'clock.
Well then.
Should be like an equal amount throughout the whole day. The Phantom Thieves usually make an effort to announce themselves. You're in high school, right? I know, a good part-time job. They still haven't caught whoever sent the calling card. It's actually a Phantom Thief. I'm actually a Phantom Thief. Wanna go grab some coffee? I know. We used to have free at night. We did. If I was like legitimately, if I was actually like leave there and go like work elsewhere, or you know become a full-time creator, which would be nice if I could, if that was actually paying right now. It's not. I don't know what they do for the evening shift people, because I am one of the ones that's in the evening almost all the time. I'm not paid enough with this for it to be a thing. Like, no, it'll be bad.
I'm hot.
Are we there yet? Oh, yeah, it's hard to breathe in here. Now for today's train news. Today's headlines are... Calling card at Matter Army exhibit. The police are evaluating whether this is a true threat or a prank. Scam outbreak in Shibuya. Students are their primary victims. Organized crime is suspected here.
Hey!
Students getting scammed. That's scary. You should be careful when you go to Shibuya. Oh yeah, how did I do in my exam? Did I do good?
This?
Oh.
A request to the student body. It says they're looking for information. I heard Principal Kobayakawa put it up.
Oh no.
Please consult the student council president if you have any details.
So we can go to her for anything?
Nice.
Why the student council president, though? What does she have to do with Principal Kobayakawa?
I mean, Nijima-san is his favorite. Maybe that's why he asked her to do it.
Okay. Full-time content creation? Give me the money! It seems like most of society was already about what that, was surprised about what that artist did. He was someone who represented Japan. They probably trusted him based on his name alone. Indeed, we're easily manipulated by the names we see. However, this world is filled with fake names. For instance, this creature which you know well. It's called the Red King Crab, but it has a form that a crab should not have. Robo-kun, look at this picture.
Give it a try.
The Red King Crab is biologically related to the hermit crab. So how is it different from a crab? Do you know? I feel like it's a number of legs. But I don't know for sure.
This is it. That's it.
Not bad. That's correct. Wow, I was right. Yeah, it's got 6 legs rather than 8. Or 8 legs rather than 10, I guess. Crabs have 5 pairs of legs. But Red King crabs only have 4 pairs. Do they count the claws as legs? The direction the legs unfold is reversed too. Typically they face forward, but a Red King's crabs do not. Wow, really? Probably because he's kind of smart, doesn't he? And he's really hot too.
Nice, go!
Wow, you must be really smart to be able to answer a question like that. I am very smart, thank you. I'm glad that you agree. Oh my god, my knowledge. Incidentally, the tongue of a crab isn't its brain, as some people say. Actually, the crab's liver and pancreas. As you can see, the world is full of deception. I saw some kind of paste like that in the fridge at the blank, but it's not often you see real crab meat. Hey, why don't we get sushi for our next celebration? Also, I still don't know what that internet meme that you mentioned last night was all about, Mr. Vlad. I don't know. I just don't know. I need educating, please. Our name did spread a bit thanks to Madarame, but I bet people still wouldn't care if we came out and said we're the Phantom Thieves. You said last night about something that's, oh my god, do you not know this term? And I was like, no, I don't. And then you never explained it during Dark Tide. I doubt anyone would believe us. But what good would come out of telling people our identities? Maybe they'd at least start treating us with some respect? Well, I can understand why you feel that way. That's just how things are now, but if we keep doing things like that, like this, that will definitely change. Ow! We simply need to devote ourselves to the cause. Our praise will come later. I do think that maybe I need to go to the opticians again. What he said? I'm sure some people out there will understand. I guess we just gotta act like modest heroes for now. I'm getting bonked. Zente's sacrificing points and he's wiring in my face. Like, what is this? I still have not been able to fix the audio thing on that. Like, I know you guys can hear it, but I cannot hear it, and I don't know why it will not work. It's so annoying. She's cute, and I hear she's practicing hard. Did we tell Miss President? It's so she gets special treatment. What? I know you're messing with me, so fuck you. Well, it doesn't really concern me. Student Council, what's going on? I were an honor. Student, I don't want to hear. I don't want to have to pay tuition. I can't hear sound effects in general for whatever reason. Yeah, I used to be able to hear it.
What is the meaning of that posting?
And now I can't hear it, which is odd. Because off on, off on.
Principal Kobayakawa put that up without my...
But I also don't want to have it where I can hear it, because I want to not have them play when I upload the VODs to YouTube, at least for the ones I want to upload to YouTube. So how are you doing today, Zenta? I hope you're doing good.
We've already received some anonymous information.
Hopefully you're enjoying yourself, having some cake, and really kicking ass in World of Warcraft, which you haven't told me, Vlad, how Dragonflight is doing for you. How are you fucking all the dragons?
I heard some students are getting threatened. I'm so scared. Please do something.
What?
They have dirt on me and they're demanding money? I can't go to the police? What should I do? Isn't this talking about the crimes that have been rumored to be occurring in Shibuya?
I just can't believe that there was someone who put out on Twitter today with Alex Scherzer, where it's like, where apparently she says to you, if you interact with him, is like, one of her lines is, "Do I really have such big do I really have big mom energy or something?" And it's like, okay, I mean that's cute, but also I thought Blizzard weren't gonna be like trying to avoid doing things like that, but yeah.
So there are even victims at our school. What should we do?
Like, I'm not against them putting stuff like that in, but if you're going to replace pictures of naked ladies with fruit, or at least, pictures of ladies with fruit, don't do that. Yeah, enjoy yourself in it, man.
The responsibility of the student council. This is frightening for us, too.
Considering how poorly received the last 2 to 3 expansions were, I'm kind of hoping they can actually have a W rather than an L this time. Looks like they are not doing the sort of relic system again this time, which is nice, at least as far as I'm aware.
Principal Kobayakawa called you in yesterday, right? Did he tell you anything about this?
Chie is best girl, Zente. Chie. I don't know why Makoto is everyone's best girl, but she probably will be my best girl. I'm not even going to argue with that. But I have seen the redhead, so, I mean, she's winning just by being a redhead alone.
Well, no.
But Makoto is also ticking the list of, she has short brown hair and she also has that hairstyle from 14, which I quite like, so yeah.
He's out today, but I will ask him tomorrow.
please wait on this for the time being.
That's right, you haven't played Royal, have you?
If you say so.
Well, the thing is with the redhead as well, it's like just because she's a redhead, that's what wins. But at the moment, like personality-wise, yeah, she's all right. Just seems a bit like a wet blanket right now. Maybe Mikoto will be the badass which I need. Punish me, mummy.
My apologies for the confusion. Don't worry. I'll do something about all of this.
She's also a bit skinny, which I will admit that. Like I pointed out before, like she's like redhead. She's probably a sweetheart, but she's a little thin for me. Need a little bit of meat on the bone.
Hey.
Repeat this up. I'm sure we'll get more supporters. But fresh new target. I hope we can find a good one. Yeah, but I need to go to. Oh, I have some new info. Apparently, there's a group of burglars terrorizing Shibuya. What I hear, they only target restaurants and break in after they close for the day. Someone online was asking if it was the work of the Phantom Thieves. Just reading that got me really pissed off. She's a gymnastics. She's a gymnast. Can't let people lump you guys in with petty thieves, right? No way. Yeah, you guys are way better than those jerks. I heard they've been running away without leaving even a trace of evidence. That's all the information I have on them right now. Sorry. Now I'll make a post on the fan site and ask for any more details people might know. Man, being famous really brings its own unique set of problems. But we just don't have any info. We'll just have to wait for Mishima to get a more solid lead. Sorry for the sudden call of Shibuya from the store. I was wondering if you had some time to come in today. The no points day for card holders, so we're getting kind of slammed. If you could help out, I'd really appreciate it. Oh right, and the manager said you'll get paid extra for really busy days. It's fine if you can't, but if you got the time, please come help out. Damn, if only that worked like that. Hello there. I love when she just, like, she is bae. Like, she is best waifu. Hands down. Is the nurse, or the doctor. How are you, my little guinea pig? If you're in good health, I'd like to do a test on you. It is, indeed. I'll give you a special discount on my medicine. What if you get a nosebleed from all the excitement? Ooh, I will have to decide later. What are we doing today? Right now I'm at the underground mall in Shibuya. I'll still be in Shibuya for a little while, so let me know if anything comes up. I will go right away, but I'm not going to actually trigger her thing. I just want to see where it's at.
Hiya!
Oh, Wubsy, are you here to shop today too?
Oh yeah!
Would you have some time? Do you want to go somewhere if you have the time, I mean? Yeah, sorry, like, Anne?
That's too bad.
It's not to be. Look, the brats want to see me, okay? So I have to go to the brats. And yes, of course it's a 7-Eleven joke. It's always a 7-Eleven joke.
It's really coming down.
I still do not have enough for this guy. Yeah, I just want to make a purchase because it won't work anything else, so yeah.
You should be grateful.
Good lord, I have a lot of money. I got 130,000 yen, holy shit. And that's still probably not enough.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, so I have the best stuff for that.
Okay. Which one?
Macro, no.
That's what
yes.
You choose. You like it?
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Come again.
All right, that's nice. I mean, I still like the fact you got like a Fallout guy and the thing over there.
Come on.
I have gone there so many times to get my freaking thing up, and it's like, nah. It feels like it takes forever to get stats up in this. You don't have time playing around, inmate. Hurry back to your prison. Look at that little smile on her. Caroline knows. She's so happy to see us. See? She enjoys us. She enjoys our company. Welcome to my velvet room. What do you need today?
Done already? What? Done already? What?
But you said that I needed to get here.
What?
What do you want, inmate? What is it, inmate? Check on your penal labor. We're looking for an Ame no Uzume that has the skill Frey.
Hmm?
You don't have the persona we asked for. You know it wouldn't hurt to try, inmate. Why did they ask me to go there immediately? Did I mess something up by not going immediately?
How go?
Time for some rehabilitation. Finished and done already.
Oh yeah, I've read a lot of the new mangas at the moment. Like 3 chapters of One Punch Man came out today. I was like, oh okay.
Time, inmate.
One Piece was pretty good as well. I'm legitimately interested to see where it goes with One Piece. Who was that one to see me again? Oh yeah, the little guinea pig. That's tempting because I will rank up at least. But wasn't there something else I wanted to do today? I already read the One Piece, so I know what it is. Don't you worry. I'm just wondering like the direction of where it's going with the new chapters. The new One Piece and One Punch Man. I've read all new mangas I read that came out today. Ooh, actually, it'd be a good idea for me to go there, actually. Never mind, it's a good idea. To the clinic! She gives you guts as well, doesn't she, milady?
There's no one here.
It feels like a day off because I don't have many patients today. Yeah, absolutely. You met up with Jimmy. But it's raining, so I may get an influx of people with colds. You came because you saw my message, right? I am here. In that case, my little guinea pig, there's something I want to test out today. I am gonna hang out with her.
Head to the exam.
Now then, please head into the examination room, milady. Okay, that's all for today. If you're feeling okay, you can go home now.
Hello?
Hello, Dr. Takumi's Clinic of Internal Medicine. Yeah, no. I saw it, don't you worry. What? Again? Well, that ship's already sailed, so... Also, I wonder if they're powered by the will of D, is those robots. That's what powers it. I wonder if that's what it is. What a pain. It probably is some sort of, you know, the thing they use. I forget what it's called, honestly. My brain is like, I don't remember. Where'd that girl from the other day, the chief of staff? Oh, Yamada's patient. Her dad's been bringing her here to be treated. You know, referred them to another hospital and told them about the medical error I made. I'm just a quack, though. The medical error is well documented. Everyone in my field knows about it. The development of a new drug for an incurable illness called Crawford-Enns disease. I wasn't the one who administered the medicine, it was the cause of the error. The Crawford-Enns certain cells indiscriminately attack other cells throughout the body. When it reaches the muscles, the patient slowly begins to die. There hasn't been much progress made on it, partly because there hasn't been many cases of it. I worked with a pharmaceutical company that had reached the final stages of production, but one day I was suddenly removed from my position. As chief of staff of Yamada, my superior at the time, took over the entire operation. Oh damn. I don't know if he wanted the glory of developing a new drug or to become rich and famous, but he made careless mistakes and rushed completion so he could use it on a patient named Miwa. Miwa-chan had a reaction and lapsed into critical condition. The chief panicked and laid the blame on me. Miwa-chan and her family resented me. No matter what I said, I couldn't change how they felt about me. I had no idea.
That's fine.
Well, that doesn't matter. The development of the medicine was suspended, so I had no reason to stay at that hospital. At least now I can keep working as a general practitioner on my own terms with my guinea pig. That's the new medicine I've been trying out on you. This version is in the final stages of testing. It searches for those cells that take the offensive and destroys them upon detection. That's why it's harmless for people who don't have the disease. Probably. Probably. Well, nothing in life is guaranteed, right? Don't make that face. Don't worry, this substance can't cause any harm to cells that haven't been infected.
Hey.
You better not flake on me this late in the game. Oh yeah, I will not be on Saturday because I'm at work all day, and also I've got to be in Sunday. But Sunday I'll be doing more Persona 5 as well. But yeah, Zente, I'm legitimately actually quite enjoying doing these afternoon streams. I don't think I could do anything like you where you stream for like 17 hours. But hey, that's just because I unfortunately do have other things I need to do at times. But I am enjoying doing these ones. I am going to be stuck at work on the weekend. You better not flake on me this late in the game. I'm inching closer to the finish line. I need your help to reach it. In exchange, I can offer you medicine at a special price. I'm counting on you, guinea pig. It's like my bond with Takumi is growing even deeper. Let me just check, actually. Like, I know for a fact, like, fucking hell. This game really loves to pause itself when I alt-tab. Let me just check next week. Also, just check my phone again to make sure that I haven't been contacted. Like, could you come in? There's a message. There's a message. Is it towards me, though? It's not towards me. Oh, thank God. Anyway. Okay, I'm in Monday. Then I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, fantastic. Got 2 days off next week. Then the week after, I've got like a 4 till 9 shifts. I don't know how much I'm going to be streaming during this from December 11th, but oh my God. That's disgusting. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, that's cute. Sorry. I love my Twitter feed at times because of all the cat pictures.
All right.
Nice. Now, what should I do about that girl and her dad? Being mean and scaring them hasn't worked. Been a while since I've had to deal with this kind of nuisance. It's stressing me out. Oh, sorry, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You can go home now. Like I've initiated clinical trials increase my guts. My guts gonna finally increase. Oh my God, my guts. This is taking the piss. Then again, they contacted me at night, didn't they? So, You doing okay, my little guinea pig? Just wanted to check up on you. Also, sorry for the long tour today. I wasn't planning on telling you all that. Yeah, you're the first person I've really shared all that with. But it was also a good reminder. This is something I have to do as the plague. Thanks to you, the drug's development is progressing very smoothly. There are no issues with this latest sample. I think we're right on the edge of finally finishing it. Oh, sorry, looks like I've got a patient. Maybe that girl and her dad came back. I have to go. See you later. Maybe I'll start like actually leveling my chaos a bit more as well, but when I still have things to do in my main, it just doesn't make me want to. I've got a big lead. It's on a complete different level from what I've had before. Talk about it right now? Can you make some time now? Oh, I'll respond later because I really want to go and interact with them at night. Because they said like, come over here right now, inmate. It's like, okay.
Focus.
But I couldn't because I was tired. They wouldn't let me.
I was waiting.
So you've come, inmate. Huh. You're late. Next time we expect you in front of us within 2 seconds of our calling. We've got some new duties lined up for you. Let's call them special assignments. The point there are a number of places in your reality society that may foster your rehabilitation. You will prove the value of these places to us in person.
Listen up, inmate.
What's the various locations that we suspect could be vital to your rehabilitation? Did you recognize the place that we mentioned? Then you want to escort us there. You want to go explore? Are those ears of yours just for decoration? These are special assignments for the sake of your rehabilitation. Work just as hard at them as you do the rest of your duties. We will await you in front of the door like this whenever a special assignment is available. Should you meet our expectations, we'll straight to go with some sort of reward for you, so no slacking off. We ought to mention these special assignments will not be available indefinitely. Rephrase it for your comprehension. You have until the end of the year to complete them. You are also required to continue working towards your rehabilitation to earn these assignments. We're really going about our way for you here. Don't tell us we never did anything special for you. Outing for the twins. You can now take the twins to various facilities that pique their interest. When these outings are available, the duo can be found waiting for Wobbsy just outside the Velvet Room. In order to take them to these locations, you'll need to check out the various facilities around the city. Time will pass during an outing with the twins. That concludes our explanation. We'll now introduce the first special assignment. Are you prepared? I wasn't expecting this. What? Quit whining, inmate.
Oh, honestly.
How disappointing that you would be caught unawares. Return just when you're ready to begin your special assignment. Do not forget, these special assignments will only be available for a limited time.
Hey, inmate!
I mean, they're adorable, the twins. I just want to give them head pats.
How goes?
The inmate needs our guidance.
Change your mind.
You'd like to read the compendium?
I would.
Read here.
So I am currently level 23. Izanagi was 22, but I already had Izanagi for free, so yeah. But let me just sort this by level. Thank you.
This persona?
No. Fuki. Well, don't we already have Fuki, or did Fuki get? Fuki got nutted into existence, didn't it? That is not a term I wanted to use. Why did I say that? It's like, excuse me? It's like, no.
This is your power.
You'll
withdraw this is your power.
I just want to grab a few and then combine. Oh, I did actually have one of these before. Nice. Do I not have one that counts? I do.
This is your power. This persona is required. This is your power. Such rudeness. Time for some rehabilitation. You wish to perform an exit. Let us begin the search. Not terrible, but not impressive.
I mean, he looks amazing.
Not terrible, but not impressive. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Intense focus. Internal hypnosis. It creates a bit of support skills. Yeah, I'll have that one. A giant slice. Yeah. No dizzy, and yeah, I'll have that one.
Its power.
Yep, I'll take all those skills. My, indeed. I am Jikokuton. Peace and security are my duties. I shall be your mask and grant you my power. Hey, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's Izanagi Pikaru. Or, I mean, if I can make it, I mean...
You okay with this?
Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, that'll do.
Skills you'd like to inherit.
You get it because of size skills by half. Ooh. I'll take Atomic Bloodline. That feels like a good one. Like, what's your stats? Magic. You're more into magic, aren't you? Mariagi, sharp student. Yes, please.
Will it gain new power? Then let us begin.
Phoenix. I was like a phoenix. Man, I always kept wondering where Phoenix was in 14, and then I did the dungeon. I did the coils. Boom.
I see.
Izanagi Picario.
Persona, indeed.
It's a very, very strong persona. Like, incredibly strong.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Time to trigger an allied persona abilities. Yeah. Okie dokie. Like you're kind of balanced,
Select the
but
skills you'd like to inherit.
you got a little bit more of that. Oof. To automatic ooh, that actually pretty nice at the start. Yeah, go ahead.
I see.
I am Izanagi Bakario. Upon thine eyes, awaken, trickster. I strong. Nice. Does that do? Oh, that's better than assault drive. God damn! If only I knew. Anzu. Yeah, I can't handle that.
Terrible, but not impressive. Not terrible, but not impressive. Not terrible, but not impressive.
Yeah, I know.
Finished for done already?
I am done. I want to go back. Let's go take these kids out on a play date.
I should write something.
Come on, kids.
What are you gonna do today?
Alright, time to name the location. Justine, you do the honors.
Now.
Listen closely. The place we wish to evaluate for your rehabilitation is one that has grown quite popular lately. It's purported to offer foods that simulate the feelings of being in space. The food is apparently massive enough to rival the size of the universe itself, resemble a mysterious spacecraft. This food exemplifies both the unknown and the vast nothingness of space. It's sure to stimulate the heart. Does this description bring any locations to mind? Well, if you know where it is, then escort us there immediately. It's Big Bang Burger. Yeah, it's obviously Big Bang. So what'll it be? It's Big Bang Burger.
Oh.
Big Bang Burger. The name is fitting, I suppose.
Guide me in.
We shall confirm our intel for ourselves. Lead the way. Well, it is indeed shaped like a mysterious craft, but it's much smaller than I had anticipated. Is this the meal that they boasted to be immense as the cosmos? I'm quite disappointed. Hey, inmate, you don't really expect some kind of reward out of this, do you? It's the Big Bang Challenge. So, humanity intends to generate its own universe now, does it?
You've got guts.
You've had enough of your smart remarks. Know your place, inmate. Oh, so they can get that large? The Big Bang Challenge. What an intriguing concept. For the sake of your rehabilitation, you are to take this challenge. Of course, you will take the largest they offer. Any objections, inmate? I can't take the challenge. Ah, yes, I did overhear that the challenge required advancement through a number of previous stages.
Quit spacing out.
I don't care. You're taking that challenge one way or another. Get on your knees and beg if you have to. I might as well give it a shot. Thank you for waiting.
Don't tell me.
You're really doing this? Ain't that Bert? You're our 10,000th customer. To show appreciation, we bring you the highest tier of the Big Bang Challenge, the Cosmic Tower Banger. Wow, lucky you. Well then, it's time to get the 30-minute Big Bang Challenge started. Ready? Begin! The last burger was downright insignificant by comparison. It's bigger than the inmate's entire stomach. As the moniker implies that any diner's stomach will suffer its own Big Bang. Would you care to try it? This is your rehabilitation, not ours.
That's right.
We're here only to serve you, and don't forget it. I predict this challenge should be a fairly difficult one. But be that as it may, you must finish the food tower in its entirety. Failing to join the Clean Plate Club is a grave offence.
Okay.
Do you think it's a good idea to add even more crimes to your record? Get to the rehabilitating, inmate. The main character really is a masochist. Not a bad start. But you've only just begun. I'm already full. You're stopping. Who said you could stop? No brakes. Walk that jaw. My stomach is gonna burst. Don't his eyes look rather dead to you? Perhaps he's glimpsing the vast emptiness of outer space. Hey, is he really alright? He's not about to keel over, is he? I don't think I can finish. I think he's about to pass out.
I suppose.
It appears this truly was too much for him to handle. Very well. Let us pitch in.
Hey.
You're a hopeless inmate. You better be grateful that we're bailing you out of this. That's the new incentive. Ugh. We did it! I have to say, you really held your own there. You almost didn't make it through, but we'd call that a success since your stomach didn't burst. I must say, though, I'm rather dissatisfied with this place's usage of the moniker Big Bang Burger. It's certainly craft a meal of impressive size, but when compared to what the Big Bang generated, it's not grand in the least. You humans have some sort of compulsion for exaggerating the sizes of things. Yes, we do. Good question. In fact, this challenge raises quite a few of them. Took the challenge for the sake of rehabilitation, but who in their right mind would willingly consume so much food? Maybe I don't understand humanity at all. Say, inmate, why are humans always testing and pushing their limits? It's because they're humans. How preposterous. The simple inmate speaks as if he's an expert on humanity. Hey, Justine, maybe we should take the challenge ourselves. I just had the very same thought. If we were to thrust ourselves in this ordeal, perhaps we would discover some answers. Hey, person. How can I help you? We're taking the Big Bang Challenge. Well, there's a minimum age requirement to be eligible for the challenge. Ooh, can I interest you in a little Big Bang meal instead? It even comes with a toy. Don't you want a cute little spaceship? A spaceship? That's a burger, fries, and a juice from Jen. It'll be right up. Wait, we didn't ask for. It's too late now. Let's just settle for that today. I admit I'm intrigued by the diminutive spaceship. Do I not even get some guts out of that? Are you kidding me?
We didn't experience any of the wonders of space, but at least the taste was passable.
You seemed much more excited by the toy than the taste anyway.
Shut up! I saw you eating around those pickle things or whatever they are, Justine.
That wasn't food from this Earth. It was clearly a alien spawn of some sort.
Head pats, head pats, head pats.
What? Is this true?
They're a delicacy.
I see. Well, they didn't taste bad. But seriously, what are they? I ate all of mine, you know.
Calm down, Caroline. We're getting off track.
Well, at any rate, we've determined that hamburgers are incapable of conveying the majesty of space.
You just have a nightstick with you always, don't you? Like, no one's asking questions. Like, why does this tiny child have a nightstick?
While the toy spaceship helped to soften
Cosplay.
the blow, there's no denying the truth. Now we will formally acknowledge the completion of your task.
Is this like another, like, thingy? Another social link?
Here is your reward.
Oh, Mariaki. Nice!
You better work just as hard next time. We know about all sorts of locations that would aid your rehabilitation.
I'm still taken aback by the truth. Your world is absolutely full of these shop places. For a reasonable fee, nearly every desire can be fulfilled, all as if it were nothing.
That does sound interesting. I believe it may merit further research.
It might do.
Anyways, good work, inmate. Your final task for the day is to escort us back to the Velvet Room. Let's move.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go the twins back to the Velvet Room as ordered. That is cute. That's an extra thing you can do with them. Doesn't help with my actual relationship thing with them. Like, where the hell am I? I heard there's a forum about the Phantom Thieves. Oh, I've seen him on TV. He's famous, but he still rides the train like everyone else. Hey, isn't that detective? Phantom Thieves are kind of cool, huh? We are cool. We're amazing.
What do you think about that?
Hey, that calling card sent to the Madarame exhibit. Do you think...
I was wondering about...
Yeah, I think it's just like the one sent to Kamoshida. People online are saying the Phantom Thieves are behind us.
Cool.
There's already a fan site with a bunch of requests posted on it. I can't believe they're real-life superheroes. So cool. If it's happened twice, it's gonna happen again. Can't wait to see who's next. I agree. I can't wait to see who's next too.
Oh, yes.
Sounds like other people are going to be on that trip to the studio tomorrow. Do you guys get to see the show too? I don't know. I think the next... I might have time for the next heart potentially. At least who's going to be revealed. It looks like some mafia type guy, but I don't know. I think Makoto's joining the team next though. But man, seeing that, I like talk shows. Ooh, and variety shows. I wonder if they'll talk about the Phantom Thieves. They get plenty of attention on TV and the internet. I'm a little worried about what might happen if the media gets people too riled up. Oh, that reminds me. Have you guys covered totalitarianism yet? Yes. I know how that sounds, but I can't say it. A governmental structure that unites its people under a single ideology and authoritarian control of the masses. I did. Totalitarianism. Asa. In theory, it brings the people together under one ideal that definitely comes with logistical benefits. I'm dyslexic. Also means forcing ideas on people, assimilating the unwilling. And that's how wars get started.
How about you?
All right, well, Bakun, here's a question. Where does totalitarianism take things a step further than authoritarian? That word.
This is it. Exactly.
Wow, I'm surprised you knew that. Yes, a totalitarian government tries to control the culture, morals, and even thoughts of its people. To minimize dissidents, they try to assimilate everyone into one ideology. Even reading the room can be seen as a form of personal assimilation. You'll do that too, right? If I try to, though, I'm not great at it. Not a bad skill to have. It can even help you survive the modern world. But you can't do much if you make an echo chamber. Then the people whose opinions differ might get hurt. Wow, he actually knew that? He's so hard. I should ask if I can borrow his notes.
Nice go!
Wow, you must be really smart to be able to answer a question like that. I am very smart. But I still won't rank up to 3. Smart. I'd like to remind you all to keep a strong sense of self and an open mind, so you can disagree and still live in harmony. I guess class is almost over. That's it for today. A strong sense of self, huh? Wow, we just make sure we don't lose sight of what we believe in too. Wow.
Sounds like the principal's trying to get info on the students. Why do you think he's doing that?
You're doing it because Vlad isn't showing what he's having for breakfast.
It's probably because of Mr. Kamoshida, right? Considering what happened with Suzuki-san.
How dare you?
Huh? I heard Principal Kobayakawa knew about the sexual harassment too, and just turned a blind eye to it.
Oh, he 100% turned a blind eye to
I
it.
bet he wants to snuff out any rumors now. Even the volleyball team was told to keep quiet.
I didn't have anything for breakfast. For my dinner, though, I had chicken burgers.
That's the worst. So that's what he's using Nijime-senpai for?
The first meal of the day is always breakfast, right? No matter what it is, even if you wake up later.
Oh yeah, rumor has it she knew as well. Isn't that horrible?
I just...
so noble about it,
I
too.
just don't have breakfast.
Nijime-senpai knew?
What is the meaning of this, Principal Kobayakawa? Why did you post that notice?
I'm sorry for blowing your world.
It was all for your sake. I thought the more information you had, the easier your investigation would become. And did any information arise about the case I asked you to look into?
Nothing yet.
God damn it, Gru. What's wrong with you?
I will pass the details along if anything comes up. Right now, there is a more pressing issue.
Is there now?
It appears there are students at Shujin who are being threatened by a criminal organization. A student who saw your posting came to us looking for help. I'd like to request a countermeasure.
I wonder if the principal knows about it too. The principal's going to end up being the final boss, or at least one of the final bosses. Like, there's no way that man is not going to be a freaking palace at some point.
Isn't this some sort of mistake? I can't believe this would happen to the students of our academy.
Like, he's an asshole. The principal is God.
Now is no time for such problems. There is still lingering concern regarding the Phantom Thieves.
Oh god, I hope that isn't going to be the case.
A request for help.
I'm rather busy at the moment. If you wish to do something, you will need to act on your own.
Like, I can already, like, sort of guess a few of them. Like, I know for a fact at least one of them. Like, I think I know what's probably going to happen. Is obviously we got arrested and stuff like that too. And, the one which we were doing at the very start of the game, because obviously this is in the past, is the guy who got us originally, you know, in trouble. That was his one, and he's going to be like, confess to all his crimes, and that's how we get out of jail. At least I assume that may or may not happen. Who knows? I just sort of know that. I know for a fact he's going to be a palace at some point. Whether he is that palace, I don't know, but he will definitely be one, because there's no way that he wouldn't be.
Sir,
that politician.
Are you sure about this? I'm still investigating your case as well.
Yes, that's correct. It works out perfectly.
Actually, no, I have all on. Fuck it.
Intentions have borne fruit. This criminal organization must be the connecting factor. If you pursue this criminal issue, you'll surely find clues about the Phantom Thieves.
But that's absurd.
So, let's say this rumor is true. Do you intend to ignore those students in trouble? Your sister would have solved this easily if she were in your position. Expectations of you are very high. I hope you don't disappoint.
Sibling rivalry. But your sister's really good at doing this, so why aren't you good at doing this, Makoto? She would have sorted it. What kind of person would be a bigger threat than Madarame? I wonder. Guess it have to be someone who's the talk of the town? That's quite a vague prerequisite. Do we have any more specific ideas? A crooked politician? Ah, yes, that is an interesting line of thought. Either way, we'll need to leave before we can begin anything. We'll just have to look for that as we go. If only there was a big target just lying around for us, like the principal. I mean, he's big, and he's the target, and he's also just lying around waiting for us. Hey, tomorrow's field trip is the TV station, isn't it? Maybe our next target would be a celebrity. Senpai, do you have time today? I was thinking I need to make good an ideal. No time at the present, right? We can start hammering those basics into you anytime. Yep. So, are you going to spend some time together with Yoshizawa? Yep, let's go see her. Thank you. Then how about we meet in Kashira Park? Oh, sorry, I never know when this phone is actually working. Anyway, in a Kashira Park then? I'll see you there. Absolutely, milady.
I think that's good.
Not bad, Wabo-senpai. You're pretty flexible, and you catch on so fast. Just like you'll have the fundamentals down in a heartbeat. My body's aching just from mimicking Kasumi's poses. What about the harmony between the internal and external oblique muscles? I can't get enough of it. We're just getting started.
I knew it!
Well, feisty are we? I'm glad to hear it. Expert level gymnastics are beautiful one, but they demand a lot of stretching. Alright, let's continue. I definitely do need to stretch more. I stretch with Kasumi. Nice.
Good effort.
That's what we're calling it. I think that's enough stretching for now. Good effort, senpai. And I'd like to continue with our training, but I'm actually not doing so great at the moment, so I'm not sure I could manage anything too strenuous. Next time, then. Thank you for understanding. Do you remember how I said I wanted to talk to you about something? I've been feeling like I'm stuck in this slump. No matter how much I practice, I just can't get any better. I went to my coach about it, but she doesn't yet. We haven't told her my deepest, darkest secret that I am Batman. Not just yet. I must keep my secret identity secret. To take some time off from gymnastics. According to her, I need to think about who I really am. The idea is not to stop doing gymnastics, just she wants me to take a break. I see. I mean, I eat chopsticks with steak. Yes, that is very true. I am sorry. I've never had an issue that practice doesn't solve, but now I have no idea what to do. So, I want you to help me, Wobbo-senpai.
You know...
Even if we're not doing gymnastics, will you still keep going out with me? Romantically? No, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Let's not make it weird. Really? Thank you so much. I've heard my coach praising me. She says Kasumi's great weapon has always been her boldness. And honestly, that used to be true. I was totally fearless, confident. Gymnastics was a fun challenge. But ever since I started high school, I've been in a slump. I got taller for one, and there were some other complications. I can't move how I want anymore. It's like it's not even my own body. When I fell into a depression, it got pretty bad.
But...
when you helped me in Shibuya, something occurred to me. And I saw how fearless you are, how confident you are. I knew you were the right one for the job. I stuck with you, senpai. I think you can learn how to be confident again, senpai. Then let's give it a try.
Yes!
Great, thank you. You're a strange one, senpai. I didn't think you'd accept. Well, I'll try and return the favor for our deal. I can sense Kasumi's appreciation. How to avoid being surrounded by enemies in palaces.
Alright.
How the hell do you use tumbling? Okay, can I use tumbling? If a shadow attacks you head on in the palace, you have to avoid being surrounded by enemies and turn the situation into a normal encounter or an ambush. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. I should get going. I have a meeting with my coach.
I'll be heading home now.
I need to get going for today, but I'll make sure you don't regret this. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, no problem. See you after. See you later. If I, you know, am able to, if I have the energy, hopefully. I'm hoping I do. Thanks to Kasumi's training, I feel like my stamina increased.
Alright.
I'm just also debating now, do I actually stream for a bit longer now? Or do I give up for the moment? I don't know. It is coming up to 4 o'clock. I have at least until 20 past, half past. I just don't know how long the next lot of cutscenes are going to be, so it's like... Thank you so much for joining me today, Wobbo-senpai. Are you feeling sore after all that? You place stress on muscles you don't use very often. Please remember to massage them out before you sleep. But I'm so glad you accepted my request. I was so relieved. I suddenly got really hungry and then my stomach wouldn't stop growling in my meeting. Because it's obviously an event is coming up next. I was like, probably not a good idea. You do eventually, right? Yes, an extra large beef bowl with a soft-boiled egg with pork soup and salad on the side. But maybe I just hallucinated that. It would have been nice to have a big meal like that. But since you helped me out with it, I figured I should maintain my physical shape. Hope you can help me next time, senpai. I'll be reaching out again soon. Well then, I'll talk to you soon. It probably won't let me go out because of the day. I just thought about that. Going to the TV station tomorrow, yeah? I think we might find our next target there. Oh, that's right. Always hearing gossip about the dark side of celebrities. I know, right? It's when the signal kicks in. That much money they're behind, probably got their fingers in all sorts of dirty business. That phrase has quite the immoral ring to it. Dude, you always react to the weirdest stuff. Anyway, we get to observe a live recording of a show, right? Ooh, maybe we're gonna be on TV. Well, we'll just be in the crowd, remember? Any TV appearance would be like for like 2 seconds. Trying to pull any fanciful stunts to garner attention, okay? Well, I'll be ending soon, Sparkles, sorry.
Let's do it.
Thanks for the lurk anyway. Actually, can I interact with him as well tonight? Oh, I have to go to work. I absolutely have to end.
You got time right now?
I cannot. They know I don't get sick. I get this time telling them I'm sick? No. That's irresponsible. Yes, Mr. Vlad. Yes, Mr. Vlad. You stream full time. I mean,
Man.
damn, I really wish. That would be awesome if it was the case. Sadly, not true. Hey, well, I'm gonna steal your hearts. Let me torture you, Amadia. Please don't. Things have been so down in Shibuya lately. You're hearing about all these gangs. Guess Japan's not so different from my own country. Damn. If only that was the case, I really wish it was, but sadly no. I haven't been able to do the fray thing. It'd be nice if I could.
What are you gonna do today?
Alright, time to name the location. Justine, you do the honors.
No.
Listen closely. The place we wish to evaluate for your rehabilitation is one that many young people are said to visit. Visits here, one has the opportunity to view the fantasies of humans. We hear there are a variety of fantasies available for perusal here, there, and all outside of the palace. How strange. Yes, those fantasies, they are the cognitions of others given form. They undoubtedly support your efforts. Does such a location seem familiar to you? Well, if you know where it is, then escort us there immediately.
What will you do?
I'd rather not do this now. Reach us again when you wish to hear the details of your special assignment. Do not forget that these special assignments will only be available for a limited time. Damn, if only you could actually do things right now, but sadly you can't. I'm very disappointed in you kids.
Let's do it.
I don't know when they can actually... Like, we still haven't had a Persona 6 announcement, in all honesty. It'd be nice if they did, but, The Phantom Thieves have finally made their big primetime debut. I started pouring into the fan side too. I'm gonna be a busy bee. So, you did the request I asked you to do? Thanks. Hey, there's something I want to talk to you about. You've been pointing out the time. Do you think you can make some time right now? It's still actually probably a good idea not to do this now. Because, like, I'm gonna be stuck into the cutscene stuff and, like, I need to go to work. Stretches. And that would be a bad thing. Yeah, I have to go to work. I can't just skip it, you know. I'm responsible, not irresponsible. Hey, people start paying my bills, and then, you know, I would happily be a full-time streamer if this was paying bills and stuff, but sadly it's not.
Let's do it.
It's the sad reality over things. I will be back later, potentially, because I'm in till 8:30, so I'm gonna see how things are going. But I will very likely not be on Persona 5 when I get back. I shall see how things go. Oh, just Zente asking me about things there. It is a long game. Persona 5 is a long game. Very long game. Which is good. So I'm getting through it. I just don't know if I have the energy later to, like, do more of it. I'll probably just dive onto 14 or whatever. It really depends. Because, as I said, I'm until 8:30 tonight at work, which is longer than normal. It's fucking cold at night, and the cold makes you sleepy. So, yeah. It do be one of them things. It do be one of them things. So I'm gonna go find a wonderful individual to raid. I don't know who I'm gonna raid at the moment. I might, you know, if Gwen's online, I might give him a cheeky raid, maybe. See how things are and see who it is. I will have a great day, hopefully. Next week, not next week, but the week after is way more of a nightmare, though. Because I'm gonna be until 9 o'clock. But I do at least have some time off next week. Like, I'm in every day this week. Tomorrow I will probably in the afternoon before work maybe continue a little bit of Persona 5 as well. See how things go. Gwen's still starting to stream, but I'll probably still give him a raid. It's not often we get a chance to raid Gwen in all. So I will give him some attention because yes. Of course, yeah, he's enjoying himself. This, I exposed him to your boy Kong Ming, and it is a great. I spelled that wrong. Great anime. You should totally watch it. Oh my god, I am spelling everything wrong today. There we go. Is that actually going to work? Hey, it worked. Yeah, thanks for hanging out anyway this afternoon. For those who did. As I said, I'll see you all wonderful ladies and gentlemen later, where I'll probably, well, potentially be on Final Fantasy 14. Because why the fuck not? But for now, I'll say ta-ta, and there'll be some more later. More Persona 5 at another time.